on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Congratulations, we have all made it to Friday. How we doing? Evan and Tiki hanging out on this rainy Friday morning into afternoon. For the next 4 hours, we got a lot to talk about. Today is a very festive day. There are some in our community that will be celebrating the first day of baseball season because the Yankees play a spring training game at 1 o'clock.
That's right.
More on that later, plus an underrated Jet free agent that we need to talk about that isn't getting enough attention. But obviously last night was embarrassing. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The Knicks got their ass kicked yet again by the Detroit Pistons. And you are capable, I am capable, we are all capable of dribbling a basketball and chewing gum at the same time. In one breath, I will continue to stand by the fact that losing games in February and January will not impact what happens in May and June. But I can simultaneously tell you, Teak, there were things from last night and there are things from these 3 regular season games that concern you. And we can discuss them, we can argue about them, while also reminding you that come May, the results of a basketball game on February 19th have no bearing.
Yeah. Now, we talked about this briefly yesterday and what our reaction would be depending on the result of this game. Now, they got their butts kicked, but not nearly as bad as they got their butts kicked the first 2 times.
Well, that's a victory, I guess, right?
Instead of losing by 30-plus, they only lost by 15. So, great, good job, Knicks. I think the concerning thing, and this is what we said would happen if they lost in convincing fashion again, is that we would start believing they just can't beat the Pistons. There's just no way with Cade Cunningham, and hell, they didn't even have 2 of their best big men in this game. And
Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren were not playing. We knew that going in. And by the way, Jalen Duren, I'll say this again, all-star Jalen Duren has not faced the New York Knicks this season.
Right.
He has missed all 3 games.
Right. But they had a fantastic Paul Reed outing by the Detroit Pistons. And so there is an energy that the Pistons play with that is hard for the Knicks not to match, because they can match it, but to sustain it. It's 48 minutes for the Pistons. They do it from start to finish, and there's constant pressure on you. I mean, they make a long-range three-point shot, and they made 42 or 3% from three-point range yesterday, and then they're immediately pressing you at the baseline. And so, like, there's an energy that's hard for this Knicks team to match, and so you end up having to say, "Oh, how do you beat them? How do you best them?" Because they're going to take you at your game. They're going to physically play you defensively, and then they also have the ability to make shots from all over the court. So what do the Knicks do? Like, how do they combat that? And on the broadcast that I was listening to, because I was listening to the Amazon broadcast, it was just get Cat in the post, just throw it down to Cat in the post and let him dunk and use his physicality. I'm like, yeah, but that's not his game.
That's a part of it, though. No, it has been his game,
but it's not his game. Okay, right,
and whose
now.
fault is that? It's on Mike Brown, it's on Jalen Brunson, and it's on Cat.
But I also feel like Cat doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, but Cat's done it before.
Yeah,
I can't argue that statistically in 2026, Karl Anthony Towns hasn't been this post demon, but in the past he has. And when you are facing a team minus 2 of their important bigs, you have to take advantage of it. You need to be more aggressive. And I know this is like the easy way out answer, but I truly believe it is the answer. Who do you blame for that? Everybody. You blame Jalen Brunson.
Right.
You blame this head coach. And yes, you blame the lack of aggressiveness from Cat, who didn't score a bucket until there was a few minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, now whose fault is that, though?
Everybody.
Exactly. And so to me, I think if you're going to beat the Pistons, you got to do something they're not expecting you to do. And honestly, it's just try to outscore them. You have to. How do we get to 130? Because that's what it's going to take to beat the Pistons.
Okay.
We've seen it all 3 of these games.
I'll give you an example that backs up part of your point in terms of what's happened in this season series and certainly what happened last night. So if someone just said, hey, let's just talk about last night's game, what happened? Can you summarize real quick why the Knicks got their ass kicked by the Detroit Pistons? The first thing I'd say, and I don't know if it's the first thing on people's mind, but if I'm just being an IBO about what went wrong last night, is it is very tough to win a basketball game in 2026 in which you miss 16 straight threes.
Agreed.
It is very difficult to win a basketball game in which you shoot 8 for 35 from 3.
Yes.
Trivia question. Do you guys know what the Knicks shot from 3 in their previous game against Detroit?
No.
Yesterday was 8 for 35. The previous game was 8 for 33. They have, and what happened last night?
But that's because of the Pistons.
No, not in the first half. I disagree. They missed open shots.
Yeah,
they missed open freaking shots in the first half last night.
They did.
That's on them.
But the Pistons also, they make you play faster, right? They make you feel urgent and not comfortable all the time. Just because they're long, they're running out, they're helping, they're gonna blitz you, they're gonna do all these things that just aren't lazy basketball. And I think too much in the NBA. It doesn't matter what team we're talking about. You go out on a Tuesday or a Thursday last night, you're getting lazy basketball from a lot of these teams you're playing. The Pistons don't play that way.
And I didn't think the Knicks were lazy until they let go of the rope in the second half of this game.
I'm not talking about the Knicks being lazy. I'm talking about defenses that the Knicks play or the Boston Celtics play. It's just kind of like, yeah, I could run out there, but I'm not. I'm just going to jump from right here.
Right.
The Pistons are in your face.
Yeah, but wait. I want to go back early in this game, and it's rarely that I would pick a play like first quarter.
Yeah.
But do you guys remember when OG Anunoby was wide open on the left wing and no one actually went out to defend him?
Yeah.
They're like, we're just going to give it to you. You're so wide open.
Right.
Why bother closing out?
Right.
And OG dribbled, and he's like, okay, I got this. And he takes the open three and he clanks it. That was the Knicks in the first half.
Of course.
Like, I get it. I'm not disagreeing that the Pistons aren't a pest defensively. They're an elite defensive team, and I don't want to take anything away from the Detroit Pistons and what they've accomplished in the regular season and what they've done to the Knicks in these 3 games. I'm just pointing out that in the first half of this game, the Knicks missed a crap ton of open shots.
No, of course they did. And by the way, that's also, I think, Pistons' philosophy. It's half the time we're going to overload wherever we think the ball is going to be and force you to throw it across court and do these miraculous things in order to get open shots. And then once you do that, you know what? If you beat us, good.
Yeah, but
good luck to you.
the Knicks this season are not that kind of shooting team. They're better than that. And so this actually.
So why have they struggled so much then?
Look, I think there's a lot of reasons why they've gotten their butt kicked by Detroit, but just specifically on the 3-point shooting, which we would agree was a huge influence in this game. Okay, I'm not saying it's the only problem, but it was a big problem. Wouldn't we all agree that last year, the main reason the New York Knicks were able to upset the Boston Celtics is that, I forget what Tommy called them. Oh, that's right. The Boston Chuckers missed a ridiculous amount of threes. And we even sat there after game 1, even in game 2, and said, that's not sustainable. Unfortunately, when you rely on the 3, there are going to be games like that.
Right.
It did Boston in last year.
True.
And in the last 2 games against Detroit, it's played an influence. I'm not putting it all on that because there's other things I want to get to about this, but it's played an influence on why they've struggled. If they're going to shoot 20% from 3, guess what, Teak? They're not beating them. I gotcha.
No, you're right. No, they got to score. They got to be who they were when they're good.
But to your point about Cat, the Knicks, and it's on Cat, it's on Coach Brown, it's on Jalen Brunson, it's on all 3 guys, and I guess everyone could pick a side on who they want to blame more. It's all 3 of them in my book. It is inexcusable in the first half of this game when you know, and I get that basketball played very well last night, all right? You still need to take advantage of Detroit being shorthanded.
That was Paul Reed, by the way.
Well, his nickname is Basketball Reed, I think.
Yeah, I know, but most people, I don't know if everybody knows that.
Sorry, B-Ball Reed. He was great last night. I'm not arguing that, but you also were facing, who was the backup big that played? Tolu Smith?
Yeah, I didn't know who that was.
Guy's played 9 games in the NBA.
Right.
You need to take advantage of that. But I will tell you one thing that does concern me.
Go ahead.
One legitimate thing that concerns me. And I'll never forget a year ago when the Knicks were playing the Pistons and we were talking about the series, I made a comment to Tommy Lugauer. I said, look, I think there's going to be a day where Cade Cunningham passes Jalen Brunson. And I said, I got a great idea. We picked a date in 2030. And I said, on that date in 2030, you're going to come back on the air and we'll debate Cade Cunningham versus Jalen Brunson because I think there's going to be a moment where he passes him and we're all going to agree he's the better player. Last night, and really in the head-to-heads that we've seen between Jalen and Cade, you're starting to fear that the best player on the court in a best-of-7 series between the New York Knicks and Detroit Pistons is no longer Jalen Brunson.
Yes.
Cade Cunningham is added to his bag. He's 24 years old. He gets to the free throw line a lot more than last year. He still struggles to hit threes, though not against the Knicks.
No.
And not against them this season. And more importantly, what Cade did last night, as much as I'll minimize the game, and maybe many in the audience will minimize the game, that was a big game for Cade Cunningham. That is a big game for the Detroit Pistons. They are trying to send a message. And Cade Cunningham gave us a little example that he's not afraid of the moment.
No.
And what would put a little bit of fear in me is that last year when they played, the best player on the floor was Jalen Brunson. Even in the Celtics series, as good as Tatum was before he got hurt, there was a sense of the best player on the floor is Jalen Brunson. Cade Cunningham continues to take these steps and have these moments that makes you start to wonder, is Jalen Brunson going to be the best player on the floor in a best-of-7 series?
Yeah.
And that is a pendulum changer.
It didn't feel like it last night. Look, Jalen Brunson had a good game. Scored 33 points. Cade Cunningham took more shots than Jalen Brunson had points.
Stop right there, though, Tiki. I'm going to give you another stat that's going to blow your mind.
Go ahead.
Cade Cunningham last night had more assists than Jalen Brunson has had in the entire season series against the Detroit Pistons.
Wow.
Cade Cunningham last night had 13 assists.
Forget the fact that he scored 42.
Forget that. Cade Cunningham had 13 assists last night.
I didn't realize that.
Jalen Brunson's had 12 in the 3 games against Detroit.
Yeah.
In their first meeting back in January, Cade Cunningham had 13 assists. So there have been 2 separate games in this head-to-head where he's had more assists in a game than Jalen Brunson's had in this entire head-to-head. There's levels to this.
Yeah.
Look, and I think that is a fair concern that if these two teams face each other again, I didn't think it last year, and I wonder if you guys think it this year, Jalen may be the second best player on the court.
Yeah. No, it felt like it last night because Cade Cunningham did whatever he wanted. Didn't matter who was on him, who was trying to check him. And it feels like, and we kind of hinted at this last year, that at some point he's going to become the superstar, right? Not necessarily pertaining to the Knicks, but just in the league. He's going to be one of those players that you fear. And with the Pistons now having the best record in basketball, not just in the East, the best record in basketball, and he is their guy who dominates whenever he kind of feels like it, is he not a superstar right now?
Oh, no, he is. And the way he's played in these head-to-heads has also emphasized that.
Right.
He's playing on another level. Now, here's the good news. We just laid out a lot of legitimate worries about last night. To me, they're all legitimate. At the end of the day, the next time the New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons are going to play each other, I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. It could be 3 months from now. 3 months from now.
Yeah.
The Giants and Jets will have completed their drafts the next time these two freaking teams play. So as much as there are things from last night that concern you, and this is what I said about the Celtics last year.
You might not have to worry about it.
Well, A, you might not have to worry about it, but B...
Didn't you even say yesterday they probably won't even see each other in the postseason?
That's my grandiose prediction.
Right, so they might not see each other until next season.
It is possible they never play each other, but it's also possible that there's a game-changing injury to either team that changes the complexion of this. There's also the chance that OG Anunoby, who was a mess last night, he sucked last night. The New York Knicks are trash. There's a good chance that OG Anunoby in 3 months is playing like the dog we know he is.
Of course.
Because last night he was the wrong kind of dog. So I think it's fair to talk about these concerns and debate these concerns.
Right.
But I got to stress this again, and I did it all last year, and boy, did I get the last laugh, even though I wasn't happy about it. But I was right about it. They're not playing for 3 months to freak out about the issues in February.
Right.
It feels trivial because so much can and will change.
No, of course it can. And you hope that it does. And that Mike Brown learns from this. And maybe Mike Brown is just, maybe he's okey-doking you. Right, we're just going to play the way that we always play just because so you think that's how we play. And
that's not what's going on.
I'm just saying. And then if they see each other in the playoffs, game 1, they're playing 5 out. It's like we got all our shooters on the court. Yeah, you might just be able to score at will, but you know what? We believe we can outscore you. And again, to me, when I watched that game last night, it felt like just try to outscore them. Stop trying to be physical. Honestly, save your energy on defense because you're getting cooked anyways.
I do have a question for you if you went to last night's game, and Craig had mentioned this with Big Mac yesterday afternoon, I'd know all about this as someone who's a season ticket holder, but last night was an insanely hot ticket. Very, very hot ticket. And unlike when the Warriors come to town or the Lakers come to town, this wasn't about the Pistons more than it was the Knicks against the Pistons, the rivalry that exists. No one's really paying to see the Detroit Pistons, with all due respect. Like, my Nets-Pistons tickets next week are not red hot because as good as Cade Cunningham is, as good as the Pistons are, no one's paying to see the Pistons. Right. People went to Madison Square Garden last night.
Yeah.
They went last night to see Knicks Pistons.
Yes.
And so the get-in price was $300. It was insane. If you were there last night, especially if you had spent your hard-earned money and you're a Knicks fan and you still feel overall good about the team, 2 or 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, would you have booed last night?
No. I don't think so.
You wouldn't have booed?
No, because it was an exceptional effort by the Pistons.
Oh, you would have done a tip your hat kind of moment.
Yeah, like, man, you guys are good. We got to go back to the drawing board. That would have been my take on it.
Sean is a booer and also doesn't root for the Knicks, so I need you to put your hat on and make believe you were rooting for a championship contending basketball team. Mm-hmm. If you were in the Garden last night as a Knicks fan, as disgusted as you were, would you have booed last night?
If you're not booing last night, you're never booing this regular season.
Okay. All right. That's not really an answer.
But that's the point. It's the regular season.
But we booed for far less for other teams in this town in the regular season.
What's your answer?
Yes, I would have.
Okay.
Because I got to be consistent. If that was one of my teams, I've booed for less efforts in that spot. That was a big spot last night.
You're a booer. I'm not a booer.
All right. Let's play a game.
Okay.
There's a radio host here. His name is Boomer Esiason.
Yes.
Former athlete, too, much like you.
Yeah. He was just in the studio back
He was. What was he doing? Saying hi to you, Sean?
No, he has delivered an enormous gift package for Evan.
For me?
Yeah.
Well, that's very nice of Boomer.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
and your kids are going home with several Mets hats and glasses.
That is very nice. Thank you, Boomer. I very much appreciate it. Luckily, what I'm about to do is not negative towards Boomer. It's more interesting. It's interesting. It's not negative or positive.
He's going to come back in and take his stuff.
Do you think Boomer Esiason would have booed last night at Madison Square Garden?
No. Boomer doesn't feel like a booer.
All right, let's take a listen. Would Boomer Esiason have booed last night at Madison Square Garden?
Honestly, if I were at that game last night, I would have been booing my ass off.
Wow.
Did you see that one coming?
Boomer. It's a regular season game. Give credit to the Pistons.
Give credit to the
Then
Pistons.
get to the postseason and whoop that ass.
You can boo all you want.
He boos Ranger games at the Garden with the bad effort. Why not be consistent with the Knicks?
He's a booer.
Do not boo.
Is he a big Knicks fan?
Yeah. I mean, he's more of a Ranger fan than a Knicks fan, but no, he's a genuine Knicks fan.
Yeah. I think in order to boo the Knicks, you got to be like the diehard, frustrated. I've sat here and watched you guys be inept against this team over and over and over again.
I think you got this completely backwards.
All right.
I think it's the opposite. I think those that would boo are more of the casuals. And I'm not saying Boomer is, because as Sean pointed out, he boos Ranger games or moments in Ranger games, and he's clearly a diehard. I think if you're a diehard Knicks fan, and I understand being a little worried.
Yeah.
I understand.
You're definitely a little worried.
Fine. I understand being bothered.
Yeah.
Because I'd be bothered last night. But deep down, you guys are no longer the new kid on the block. Mm-hmm. This is no longer the Knicks are back. You're a perennial playoff team, and you should know better. You should know better that what happens in February doesn't mean a damn thing in April, May, or June.
Right.
You know that. You all should know that. I sat here and took arrows from all of you about downplaying the Celtics' dominance over the Knicks. And it wasn't me saying you'd beat the Celtics. I never said that. I'm not taking credit for that. I said none of this matters. And now it does. Does it? I saw you last night arguing, Sean, telling Knicks fans it does matter. Does it matter?
It doesn't matter in terms of playing the Pistons, in a best of 7 series, you have to win 4. But it does matter when thinking about the Knicks getting through the Eastern Conference in general.
Yeah, but you
got to acknowledge the
they
warning
weren't
signs.
catching Detroit anyways, right?
But that's not why I think it matters. Like last year, the big argument that everybody's pushing back is, well, look what happened with the Boston Celtics in the regular season. Yeah. And they got through Boston. Did they get through the Pacers afterwards?
What does that have to do with it, though?
The point is, what they are showing in the warning signs with the Pistons are warning signs come the playoffs to get through winning 12 games in this conference versus the elite of the elite, which the Pistons currently are. It's not just about, could they beat the Pistons 4 times? Sure. Are they good enough based on what you've seen in these kind of games versus the Pistons to win 12 games in the Eastern Conference? That's where I think it's troubling.
Let's get to your calls on this, 888-808-1019. Plus, we've referenced last year with the Celtics. Let's compare it. Was the season series against Boston as ugly as this season series against Detroit? The numbers may surprise you. And Karl Anthony Towns talked after the game. What he said may piss you off even more than what happened on the court. We'll get to all that coming up next segment, plus your calls 888-808-1019.
This Rutgers report is brought to you by RWJ Barnabas Health, the official healthcare provider of Rutgers Athletics. Let's be healthy together. The Rutgers men's basketball team picked up their second straight win this past Wednesday, beating Penn State on the road in Happy Valley. Big games from Dylan and Tariq Francis, and freshman point guard Lino Mark took notice.
Phenomenal, man. Just watching them play, you learn a lot from them. Tariq, terrific scorer. Dylan, great. He coming back strong, so we love him.
Mark himself with 12 points in the win. Head coach Steve Peichel happy to start seeing winning results again.
Proud of our guys. They've been working. They're getting better, and proud of them. Go on the road. We got a little win streak now, and let's see if we can keep it going.
Peichel and Mark, both my guests on our postgame show. Tomorrow, RU is on the road again, this time in Minnesota. We will have all the action with the pregame show on The Fan at 11:45 a.m. and the opening tip at 12 noon. And the men's baseball team is on the road for a weekend series at Virginia Tech. That's the Rutgers Report. I'm Jerry Recco on Sports Radio 101.9 FM, The Fan.
Hey, Boomer here. In football, the right play wins the game. On the job site, the right tools do the same. That's why pros choose Milwaukee. And Cooper Electric has the full lineup ready for you. Power tools, accessories, and everything you need to keep your projects moving. Make the winning play. Visit cooper-electric.com today. That's cooper-electric.com. Cooper Electric, their knowledge is electric.
Looking for Michelin tires at the guaranteed lowest price? Get to Town Fair Tire for Michelin's Cross Climate tires, offering a design that delivers an exceptional level of long-lasting performance throughout the tire's lifespan. Plus, Town Fair gives you more free services than anywhere else. For the guaranteed lowest price and your best deal on Michelin Cross Climate tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Listen up, basketball fans. Mary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Be part of the excitement at Citi Field in 2026. Tickets from March through June New York Mets home games are on sale now. You'll want to be there for the big matchups and amazing Mets moments. Go to Mets.com/tickets and secure your seats now.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-939-1441. 800-939-1441.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Hey commuters, the Mega Millions jackpot is up to $416 million. Just one ticket could mega change your life. Make a quick pit stop and play today at any New Jersey lottery retailer.
Ready to ramp up the excitement, golf fans? BetMGM is making your next golf tournament winner bets even better with Second Chance. What's Second Chance? Ever bet on your favorite golfer to win a tournament only to see them miss the green? Well, with BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back in cash if your tournament winner bet finishes in second instead. That's right. Simply bet on any player to win a scheduled golf tournament during a promotional week. If you're right, you win. But if your pick finishes in second instead of first, you get your stake back in cash. Watch your favorite players go for the win all season long and bet knowing you'll take your stake back if they finish second. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds.
Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee. Applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply.
Mercedes-Benz of Edison is more than a dealership. They're a luxury destination where exceptional vehicles meet exceptional people. It's why Cars.com named Mercedes-Benz of Edison the top Mercedes-Benz dealer in the U.S. for 2025. Discover yours at RayCatinaEdison.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is...
just driving the kids to soccer practice.
Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA-estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
And hey, come on, no cleats on the seats.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your official station to talk Yankees. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ. Precision cooking, effortless results. ChefIQ.com. As we've discussed in the Open, the Knicks took it on the chin at home last night. Cade Cunningham became the latest star to have his MSG moment in his career, dropping 42 points as the Pistons destroyed the well-rested Knicks 126-111. We'll hear from Karl-Anthony Towns in a couple minutes. After the game, Cunningham did proclaim he believes he is the league's MVP this year, and some are calling him the king of Detroit.
He's not the king of Detroit. You know who the king of Detroit is?
Dan Campbell?
I was thinking Jared Goff, Tariq Skubal. There's a lot of options. That's a very competitive kingdom out there these days.
None of them have won yet.
That is true. None of them have won.
Can you be the king until you win?
Yeah, and I don't know if Skubal can be the king, especially knowing that there's a good chance he's going to leave.
Well, you know what? I actually would say it is Skubal now.
You think
because of the Cy Youngs.
Yeah, 2 Cy Youngs in a row.
Like he's won Cy Youngs.
Tariq Skubal is better at his job than Dan Campbell, Jared Goff, and Cade Cunningham are at theirs.
See, I think if it's a Lion, it's Aiden Hutchinson. He's the local Michigan.
That's a good point. But he also hasn't won.
Yeah.
Has he been DPOY?
I don't know. It's a town full of losers.
I don't think so.
Stop. That's not true.
It's Skubal.
At this point, I know they haven't won anything, but I'd like to be Detroit. I mean, when you think about the football team, the baseball teams had success, the basketball teams had success, it ain't that far off. Now, a couple of things from Karl-Anthony Towns after this game that jumped out at me. Number one, he was asked about the All-Star break and if that may have impacted what happened last night. Here's the question, and here's Karl-Anthony Towns' answer.
Is the first game after the All-Star break a little more difficult than most?
Absolutely.
Why?
It's first game out of the break, and people have been able to get see sun and see their family. Got to take a game to get the cobwebs off. But I thought we did a good job of coming out with some focus and some energy. Obviously, didn't get the result we wanted, but testament to these guys. During the break, they worked and they were ready.
When you jump the question with absolutely, even if you're not intending it to be an excuse, it sounds like an excuse.
Right.
And the reality is this game did not play out like a team struggling to come back from the break. They came out playing well. they came out with fire. They came out looking like a competent basketball team. So sometimes it's better to just lie, because when you jump the question and say, of course the All-Star break had an impact, it sounds like you're complaining.
Yeah, you're a whiny bitch. Yeah, you're making an excuse, and nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah. Now, the second one really bothered me, and I'm not sure if this is going to bother Tiki as much, but the question was about something I brought up in the open. You know, Detroit is down a couple of their bigs.
Yeah.
Why not have more touches? Why not be more aggressive? What happened in the first half? Here's the question, and here's Kat's answer.
When the team like the Pistons didn't have Stewart or Duran, was there, I guess, added emphasis game planning for them to run things through you, given the size advantage and the scoring ability, or what did you say about it? I mean, our offense is our offense. It's been, it is the whole year. So, we have our system that we're gonna, regardless of who's in the game or not in the game, we run the system we have implemented for our team as to the best of our ability.
That is brutal, and that's on Mike Brown, who I have defended, who I like. You can't treat every game and every matchup exactly the same way.
And that's what he did.
You can't say this is our offense, so that's it. They're down a couple of bigs. Yes, you should be aggressive. Yes, you play a little differently against a certain opponent. And so Kat's answer comes across like a big indictment on this head coach.
Right, but is it intentional? Meaning, let's not overthink this in the regular season. But come the postseason, when it really matters, that's when I earn my coaching stripes.
Yeah, but in the postseason, there's a good chance that Stewart and Duran are playing.
Right.
So this isn't about the postseason. This is about a one-night matchup that doesn't take any strength away come playoff time. Like, it was inexcusable in the first half that Cat was as invisible as he was. And if you want to put it on Cat not being aggressive enough, cool. You want to put it on Jalen Brunson not finding him enough, cool. But that's on the head coach.
Right.
If Mike Brown didn't emphasize, hey, we should really take advantage of what we think could be an advantage for us.
Right.
And he basically said, no, there's no difference. That's an inexcusable answer.
There clearly is.
There should be. So I had a big problem with that one. That's an indictment on the coaching. We'll get to your calls, 888-808-1019. Let's go to Mike down in Miami. What's going on, Mike?
What's going on?
Yo.
All's well.
What I want to say is, does it really make a difference that the Knicks lost all three games to the Pistons when in 1988 the Mets were dominant against the Dodgers, like 13-1 during the regular season, and they beat them the Dodgers beat them, the Mets in the postseason. And also last year the Knicks lost every game to the Celtics, and they beat them in the postseason. So why should we get upset when time and time tells you that regular season doesn't really matter? A team can lose all to one team in the regular season and beat them in the postseason.
Mike, you named Mets, Dodgers 88, the Knicks last year. I could add five more to that. Right. I mean, there's so many. Mets, Cubs 2015 was an example of it. Like, it happened. Oh, Nets, Heat. Remember the Nets, Heat one? They swept the Heatles. The Miami LeBron James Heatles, they beat them 4 out of 4 times. And then they played in the second round and they lost in 5. So there are so many examples of it. But the reason I think we get caught up in it is, 2, we're all prisoners of the moment. And then B, there are things on the floor that concern you.
Right.
And you're trying to differentiate between, hey, that's a real concern versus this is going to matter in 2.5 months.
Yeah. And will it matter? I mean, maybe. But I don't think the Knicks are soft-minded. You know what I mean? Maybe they play soft sometimes on the court, but I don't think they're soft-minded and have that, we can't beat this team. They've destroyed us. Now I'm mentally affected as well as physically affected. The Knicks aren't that team. I don't believe they're that team.
They weren't that team last year when they lost 4 straight games to the Celtics.
That's exactly right.
By the way, I compared the beatdown from Boston to the beatdown of Detroit, just to see, hey, was it the same? Was it worse? Was it not as bad? Now, remember, they played the Celtics 4 times last year. They played the Pistons 3 times. If you're going to include all 4 of Boston's games that they played against them, the Knicks and the Celtics played 16 quarters and 1 overtime. The Celtics outscored them in 12 of the 17 quarters or overtimes that they played.
Yeah.
Okay? The Knicks have played the Pistons in 12 quarters. The Pistons have outscored them in every single quarter.
The first quarter last night, you felt like maybe the Knicks had a chance.
Well, they got outscored 28-26. So it wasn't. Right. They're not all the same.
But they got off to a quick start.
Yeah, they were off to a quick start. But does that in any way cause some alarm that it's literally 12 for 12 in the quarters won by the Detroit Pistons?
Have not won a single quarter.
They have not won a single quarter. Last year against the Celtics, they won quarters against them. Now, they didn't win a lot of them, but they did win some. They had some levels. I guess they had more levels of success against them a year ago than they've had with Detroit this season. Does that mean anything, or is that just a pointless Evans stat to give you information?
Yeah, it's just a pointless stat.
Okay. Hey, listen, here's the way I look at it sometimes. I give you guys the information, and then you can decide it means something or it doesn't mean something. There's a damn good chance someone's going to be on a date tonight and find out on this first date that the girl that you're seeing is a huge Knicks fan. And she's going to bring up, you're concerned about the cat and the Pistons. And he's going to look into her eyes and say, we haven't outscored them in a single quarter this year. And they're going to end up hooking up.
I hope you're.
And it's going to be because of that factoid. So you're welcome.
I would hope that you're more interested in other things.
This is the conversation.
We doing this?
Before you get there, you've got to talk about other things, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to.
I guess.
What do you mean you guess? What kind of dates did you go on back in the day? Oh, I know. That's right.
Real ones.
I had to be funny and interesting. And then sometimes good things would happen.
I was just nerdy.
Yeah, me too. Ozzy and Woodridge. What's up, Oz?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, dude?
Tiki doesn't have to talk. He just shows them those pictures he has on his phone. And it's a wrap.
Let's go.
Evan, you're downplaying this, and I'll give you a couple of reasons why on Rick's Knicks. First off, podium police. Tommy did not skip the podium from the West Coast last night.
No, Tommy's good, man. He'll tell you what's on his mind. I mean, he downplayed it too, but at least he acknowledged getting their butts kicked by Detroit.
He's not good. He's only good because we called him out for skipping the podium. That's the only reason.
He did skip the podium a couple of times, but for the most part, Tommy, and for those that want to know what did kind of the king of Knick fandom, the dude's dogs damage himself man say last night, I'll read you the post. Are you ready?
Yep.
These regular season matchups matter more to the Pistons. That much is obvious. The Knicks have zero to prove in these games, and none of this matters once we go to the playoffs. We will see what happens when all the chips are down.
Okay.
So he went ultimate downplay mode in what happened over these 3 regular season games.
Right.
Do Knicks fans think that I'm going to be the bad guy. The Celtics series was the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and they made the finals? It's just
No, but it's an indicator that the regular season can be overrated. That's all.
I understand that, but when people like Tommy speak of this or anybody makes these arguments, and we've seen it already, guys, the Knicks still have a lot to prove themselves.
No, and Ozzy, we'll let you continue. Here'd be my counter.
Yeah.
My counter to it only mattered to Detroit. I'd ask you, why did the Celtics whip your ass last year then? They were coming off an actual championship. Good point. And so I guess I would question, if you're right that the Knicks didn't care, if that's going to be the mode we use, I would follow up by saying, is that concerning that they don't care?
Right.
Because the Celtics last year had less reason to care as the defending reigning NBA champions, and yet they went out and they pummeled you. So if we're going to play this matters more to Detroit game, that would be the counter. Well, okay, is that a problem? Because even Mike Brown said before the game, we got to show some pride. Mm-hmm. Well, in the second half of this game, there was no pride.
No.
Anyhow, Ozzy, whatever your point is, go ahead.
Well, you just added another one, and I'll go as quick as possible, and I'll confront him when he comes back from the left coast. Tommy's talking out of both sides of his mouth because when they played the Pistons before the All-Star break, he was making a big deal about how it's important for the Knicks to get the 1 seed, and maybe Detroit will regress. So he can't say that, and then on the other side of his mouth say that these games aren't important that they play against the Pistons because those are 2-game swings. So that's neither here nor there. Number one, when the Knicks, and this is a copycat league, all sports are put under intense pressure, mental, physical, the Chuckerbockers become the Brickerbockers. They stink. And number two, I paid attention closely. Evan, you can downplay this all you want. Rick's Knicks. Rick Brunson got enamored with Soham and Alvarado last night, and you can see Bridges pouting on the bench. Kolek is nowhere to be found. They're starting to change their rotation, and that leads to dysfunction on the roster and in the locker room.
Well, they're changing their rotation because they acquired 2 new players.
Right.
One via trade, one after he was released. And I want to see more Jeremy Shohan. You got a little bit of a glimpse of it last night with that block at the end of the first half against Cade Cunningham. Now, it wasn't all perfect for him, but he was only on the floor for 9 minutes. And I think that the attitude, his ability to defend 1 through 5, I need to see more of him. And I hope that Mike Brown will insert him more into this rotation over the next couple of days.
He did also get cooked by Cade Cunningham.
No, he did. That's why I say it wasn't all good.
No, it wasn't all good. But it was. Look, he's long. He's a good wing defender. He's going to be valuable at some point in this season, probably in the postseason as well. But when Cade Cunningham has that kind of just focus and desire, it doesn't matter. Does it?
Yeah. No. Well, so I'm glad you said that because it's actually my counter to what you just said about Shohan. You're never going to stop someone on that level 100% of the time.
Yeah.
You just need to have your moments. Did OG Anunoby have any moments last night?
No.
Okay.
No.
Did Jeremy Shohan, in his 9 minutes of playing time, have any moments against Cade Cunningham?
A couple.
He blocked him at the end of regulation.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're never going to have a success rate that's high because you are playing
He's
an
star.
elite level player.
And he's becoming a star.
But you got to be competitive and you got to make life tough for you.
Yeah.
OG Anunoby was one of the biggest issues last night.
No, I agree with you. But here's what. So when I think about guys who have elite moments or elite games like Cade Cunningham did last night, I always want to feel, did he struggle to do that?
Right.
Like was he exhausted? Was he like on his knees like, whew, that was a great effort, but I had to work for that one. It didn't feel like that.
It
felt like
was too easy.
It felt like it was easy for him.
Yeah.
And so even if it is hard, it doesn't matter. He's still going to get his.
Right. But you got to make life difficult.
You have to. But I think the Knicks were trying to, and they didn't.
Yeah, and I think a big reason why they didn't is because OG Anunoby, and if we want to use the toenail malfunction or whatever it's called as an excuse, because you did tell me yesterday it's very painful.
Yeah.
And so, okay, it's very painful. He was not the same guy. And the Knicks are going nowhere if OG Anunoby plays like that last night. And you can say that about a lot of guys. Blake Griffin said that about Karl Anthony Towns.
Yep.
In fact, for those that didn't hear it, pull that one up, Sean. This is from last night. So the Knicks were on 2 different channels last night. They were on Amazon Prime, which I think most people watch them on. I know you watched it on Amazon. Sean watched it on Amazon. I heard G this morning mentioning Amazon. Jerry said, I didn't even know it was on MSG. I watched it on MSG. I was the opposite. I didn't know it was on Amazon. And I like Monica McNutt. I think she's really good. And this is so unfair, but I think Clyde is so great. I was disappointed Clyde wasn't there. Now, that's not a knock on her because I think she did a great job. Of course. But there's always that, oh, man, I need Clyde, right? But I didn't even know it was on Amazon. So we do have a very split kind of consumption of last night's game. And I'm going to take it upon myself to fix that. We are going to clarify at the end of our shows when there's a game that night where you can consume a game. Because I think it's a service to the people out there.
Right.
It's a disservice if you have no idea where a game is on.
Yeah. Right. I did tell everybody the game was on Amazon in our last Fan Focus yesterday.
Right, and you never mentioned MSG.
Because I didn't know.
No, and that's my point.
Exactly. No, that's what's funny about it, yeah.
So we'll try to do a better job of that.
Are they always going to be on MSG if they're on Amazon?
So there's a rule in the NBA, and this is why I'm not sure what happened in Detroit, where you have to be on your local provider a certain amount of games. And so once you eclipse a number of nationally televised games that are exclusive, then there's a bunch where you're on both. So for last night in Detroit, and I don't know the answer to this, they may have just been on Amazon.
Right.
But because the Knicks have been on national TV so often, they're already, I guess, past that number. And so what I would tell you is make an assumption that a lot of times they're also going to be on MSG.
Yeah.
But if you watch it on Amazon, their coverage is really, really good, especially when they're analyzing basketball, because what they do is they're tough, but they're not douchey about it.
No, you're right. They're not being, it's not local to them. So it's not the same. It's kind of just real analysis.
It's also just not ESPN, where it's just,
The New York Knicks are trash.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're not trying to be alarmist.
Right. So I want you to listen to Blake Griffin take down Karl Anthony Towns in a very respectful way. Because I think he really executed this incredibly well. So here's Blake Griffin last night on the Amazon broadcast.
This isn't about ragging on Karl Anthony Towns because he's a great player. He has the tools. But the NBA is better when the Knicks are contending for a championship, and they cannot win a championship with that type of defensive effort. And
I'm hard on him because his ceiling is high. When he's engaged and he's talking and he's down, he has all the tools. He can do it. It's just about setting yourself up for success, because all this is just potential.
Like, right? Lost for words.
I don't know what to say here.
We believe.
I don't want to rag on Cat because I love watching him play when he's locked in. But all this right now is just potential, and potential gets you hunted in the playoffs.
Yes.
Well said. Very, and I think respectful.
Yeah.
He's basically saying, I know you're capable of it. I know you can do it. It's about being engaged. It's about effort. It's about focus. It's about not whining with the officials. I threw that one in there. And I think that is a very fair takedown of Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, and it's not even really a takedown. It's just it's got to mean something more, and that's doing it on both sides. But we know this about Cat. He's compromised defensively, and he's always been that way.
So they were hunting him last night, too.
So what makes you think, Blake Griffin, that he's going to be better just because it's the postseason?
I tell you, no, I don't think that, because we didn't see it last year. There are moments in which he defends at a higher level. And so when you see those moments, you say, well, can't you do that more consistently?
Right.
Are you truly as bad defensively as we see most of the time, as we saw last night when they were hunting him on the pick and roll?
Right.
Like, it's in him. And I think that's the overall point. Like, you're capable of more. That was very different than the way Stephen A. Smith or even Charles Barkley would approach it. That was very, I'm putting my arm around you, and I'm going to be tough.
Yeah.
But I'm actually trying to be helpful.
Right. I need more out of you, kid.
One thing about Blake Griffin, and I saw him at the end of his career with my team, and I actually got his jersey because of this. That man left his soul on the floor. And while he'll never be remembered as a net at all.
Right, and his knees.
And his knees. He did.
And his shoulders and everything else.
Dude, he left it out there, man. The loudest I've ever heard Barclays Center was when Blake Griffin was on the ground in the postseason, hustling for a loose ball.
Nobody roots for the Nets. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Wow. That night there were people doing it. Let's go to Roscoe in Brooklyn. Hey, Roscoe.
Listen, man, stop sugarcoating this, all right?
Jeez.
Let's stop sugarcoating it. He's suspect. Brunson is too little for Cunningham. I'm tired of you guys going around saying he's the king of what? He's the king of nothing. He's too little, all right? Where was Mikal Bridges at? All this dancing before the game with the high five, with everybody sitting with his two hands under his chin. Mikal Bridges, you suck. Why didn't you guard Cunningham? How about that?
I mean, Mikal Bridges would have got cooked.
Because when he did, he got cooked.
Yeah.
And so did OG Anunoby. Jalen Brunson wasn't even defending Cade Cunningham because they know he can't. That was an OG job. And again, if they face each other in the postseason, it's going to be an OG job.
Yeah.
And OG Anunoby has to be better.
Right.
And yes, Mikal Bridges needs to be better. There was a moment last night, and I wish I isolated it and I'd show it to you, but I'm sure if you search on Twitter, we can find it, where Mikal Bridges had an open route to the basket and faded away. And that's the image offensively of Mikal Bridges. And it's been something I brought up for a year and a half now because it's so odd, because it's not something he did in his previous destinations. He's afraid of contact. And the numbers back that up. And I don't fully understand it. And I've put out the theory that he's played so many games and so many minutes, and he's got the consecutive game streak that maybe even though he's 29 years old, he's not old, he's had so many kind of minutes and so many miles on the tire, is that the phrase? That he doesn't want contact.
Right.
But let me just read you these numbers real quick because they're facts and they're freaking unbelievable. In 2023, he got to the free throw line 4.3 times per game. With Phoenix, it was 3 times per game. With the Nets, it was 6.6. That was outstanding. The following year in Brooklyn, his full year there, he got to the free throw line 3.9 times. Last year, 1.4, and this year, it's even worse, 1.3.
Oh.
It is the lowest rate of his NBA career, and that includes as a rookie in Phoenix. He doesn't want contact, and it's got to change. Like, there are things that need to change.
Is that because he's afraid to get hurt? Is he worried about, I don't know, the physicality in the paint? Like, what's the difference?
I don't know. I mean, my theory is it's just the miles have gotten to him, and he doesn't want it.
Yeah.
But it's obvious, and I think that, numbers are numbers, but when there are moments where you're watching a game and you're like, dude, that's a layup.
Right.
Like, what are we doing? And you're fading away. That's what really jumps out at you more than even the stat I just give you. Because numbers are numbers, and you could, the numbers lie, usage rate, all these different reasons. But when you watch it and you see it, it's undeniable.
Right.
And I don't know. That's why I bring up the mileage as a theory. It doesn't mean that's what it is. I don't know what it is. If you ask him, I don't know what his answer would be. How would you ask that, too? Would you try to be kind about it? Like, hey, Mikal, why are you so afraid of contact? Hey, Mikal,
why
you're
are you so soft?
Have Bob Clappish ask it.
Yes. I mean, I think the classy way to ask it is, hey, Mikal, going through your career numbers, you get to free throw line 4 times a game.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think those numbers have dropped over the last year and a half with the New York Knicks? That's a classy way of asking it.
Yeah.
You want to go to a Knick press conference and ask Sean?
I mean, yeah. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I think I'm the right messenger.
Yeah. It's like you breaking Jet news.
Yes. Everybody will hate me for it.
Let's go to Jackson on Long Island. Hey, Jackson.
Hey, guys. How are you?
All's good. Good, man.
So I just had a quick point on the Knicks. Well, actually, I'm going to add one more thing before that. You guys are talking about the king of Detroit. You can definitely have a king of Detroit because when everyone was arguing about who was the king of New York, no one won here since Derek Jeter was a shortstop. But also, I think the Knicks have a failure to adjust on the fly. When you look at the Celtics championship team, they lived by the three but didn't live and die. When they weren't hitting open shots, they still found other ways to win. And I think Mike Brown has an inability to adjust on the fly when the Knicks aren't hitting their threes.
No, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
And I know that overall.
I don't know enough about his coaching history to dig into that. Like, did he make adjustments at other places?
Yeah, and the other thing I'd love to know, I can give you this stat about the Knicks. I don't know how it represents the rest of the league, which is the best way to know if it matters. And I've mentioned this to you before. We all know it's a make or miss kind of league.
Yep.
But when the New York Knicks get outshot from 3, from a percentage standpoint, they're 7-18. When they outshoot their opponent, they're 28-3. Now, that is an alarming difference. But I also wonder, what's that number for the Boston Celtics? What's that number for the Detroit Pistons? So, Sean, I have an assignment for you. Let's use the Celtics of last year's regular season and tell me their record when they have a better shooting percentage from 3 than their opponent versus when they don't. And I'd be curious if the breakdown is as extreme as what the Knicks are going through this season. Can you do that, or is that too complicated?
I'm writing down the details. I'm gonna attempt to do it.
You're gonna ask AI, aren't you?
I mean, that's where you should first do it.
I didn't do this by AI. My Knick numbers are by hand.
I'm talking about for Sean.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna expose me. I barely know how to use AI, but I'm gonna look.
Yeah, I've done a study on the Knicks since opening night. I'll even show you the work. I'm like a believer in show the work. I wrote down, Tiki will show it to you, every single game they've played this season. Field goals attempted, field goal percentage, 3-point attempts, 3-point free throws, offensive rebounds, turnovers. I bolden when they win.
Right.
And then I've got the stat line to say, here's their record when they win the category. So you can't even say I'm doing it. I showed you the work.
And you're doing that by hand.
I've been doing it since opening night, so it's not as much work as you think.
You're doing it by hand.
Yeah, I'm doing it by hand.
You're not even using a spreadsheet.
This is better.
If you used Excel, it would calculate all that for you.
Oh, don't worry. That part's easy.
This is better 3-point shooting percentage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Making your threes. So again, when the Knicks shoot at a higher percentage than their opponent from 3 this season, and I'm including the NBA Cup final game because to me that's a game. I'm not going to ignore it. They are 28-3. When they get outshot from 3 like they did last night, they're 7-18. So take what you want for it.
That's a big deal. That's a big discrepancy.
But what I need to find out is, how did a team like Boston last year, known affectionately as the Boston Chuckers, how'd they fare? Because if you see, hey, when they don't outshoot their opponent, they still have a winning record or it's still respectable, that will tell you, hey, they're still finding ways to win even when the threes aren't falling. Let's go to John in Queens. Hey, John. Hello, John.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you guys doing today?
All's well. Good, man. What's up?
So I was on Knicks Fan TV last night, and this is what I'm going to say. I am very frustrated with Mike Brown, and the reasons being he came to New York. His sole job was to unleash Cat. I don't understand how you can have a $53+ million player that's taking 3 shots. I don't blame Cat for this. I blame the coach, and I also blame Brunson too. Love Brunson, right? Done a lot for the Knicks since he's been here. But you cannot tell me that if he had the relationship that he has with Hart, he wouldn't get Cat. I don't understand why them two don't play together. Like, when I see Maxey and Embiid play, they play in an amazing 2-man game.
Yeah.
Maxey sets hard picks. Maxey rolls, gets wide open shots. They don't play a 2-man game at all, and I don't understand why. And again, it goes back to the coach. What is he telling these guys to do on the floor? Like, he should be telling them to I don't want to say force the ball to Cat, but get him in the right positions.
Oh, no,
Paul
absolutely.
Reed
Yeah.
he should be cooking Paul Reed.
Yep.
I remember 2 years ago when he was on the Sixers, I was happy when he came into the game.
Right.
All of a sudden, he's getting 18.7 ball. Like, what is going on here? I'm like so upset with this coach right now because I'm looking at the Pistons team. They have one amazing elite player. He's great. Cade was cooking OG last night, right? OG had nothing to stop him. But I'm looking at their team, and I'm like, I'm looking at the Knicks team, I'm looking at their team, and I'm like, they have one elite player and a bunch of very tough-nosed players. How is that team be in the Knicks like this? So that's one thing. I think in the playoff, things would be a little bit different.
Well, one thing is, and I know that they still cook them, but we need to be fair that Duren hasn't played in any of these games, and he's an all-star caliber player.
Right.
So the Pistons are a little bit more talented than maybe we're being fair to them or saying about them based on who's played in these games against the Knicks. But his first point is so spot on about Mike Brown. When Mike Brown was hired, the easy answer is they got to go further than they went last year. That's obvious, right? They got to the Eastern Conference Finals under Tibbs. Mike Brown's got to take him to the next level. The obvious black and white, you got to win answer.
Right.
But the other reason he was brought here is to maximize Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, who for whatever reason in the second half of last year, they went backwards as a duo.
Yeah.
He needs to maximize that. Karl Anthony Towns is statistically having one of the worst seasons of his NBA career from an efficiency standpoint. Why? And who is that on?
Right.
And while Cat can't be exonerated because a lot of it is on him, a part of why this guy was hired was that.
Wants to get the most out of them.
Yeah.
And he's not.
So John's right. I mean, it's tough to argue that. Now, the other reason why Brunson deserves blame, but not all of it, is a lot of his minutes in the first half last night, Jalen wasn't on the floor. Cat was running with the second unit.
Right.
And Alvarado wasn't getting him the basketball. So it wasn't just Jalen Brunson, but is he a part of it? Sure.
Well, that means it almost makes it feel like it is a philosophy then.
Well, you heard what we played it about 20 minutes ago. Cat was asked about not getting the basketball out in the first half, and he said, no, we don't change our strategy. It's the coach.
Yeah.
According to two different sources.
Yes.
Online sources, of course. The Celtics record, when they outshot their opponent or had a better three-point shooting percentage than their opponent, ends up being their exact record for the year, 61-21.
They outshot their opponent. That's not true. That can't be true.
This is ChatGPT and AI.
No, they're wrong. They're just giving you their record.
Well,
this gives me a whole detail.
Well, just go check 10 games.
Yeah, you can find that.
Just go check to see. Just go to the game log.
Yeah.
And just every single time. Did they outshoot their opponent from three?
They did not outshoot their opponent in every game they played.
In every win.
From three.
Oh, I got you. So you're saying No. What are you saying?
He's basically saying in every game that they won,
they outshot their opponent.
In every
three.
game they lost,
they did not.
They did not.
So you're saying they were 61-0 when they outshot their opponents, and then
0-21, and that happens to be their exact end of the year record.
So they lost every single game they got outshot in
from three.
From three. I find that very hard to believe.
I know.
All right, I'm just going to randomly spot check.
No way.
Hold on, I'm randomly spot checking a game. that they lost. The Dallas Mavericks on February 6th.
Right.
Dallas Mavericks on February 6th.
And we're looking at last season, correct?
This is last season.
Okay.
The Boston Celtics, the Dallas Mavericks shot from three-point range, 45%, 45.5%. The Boston Celtics shot 43%. They lost that game.
Yeah, that's one example.
I know, but it's
You're
just
telling me.
I'm just spot checking games because that's how else are you going to do this? All right, another game that they lost: the Miami Heat on April 2nd. The Miami Heat on April 2nd. The Miami Heat shot 47% from three-point range. The Boston Celtics shot 28%. They lost that game. I'm just
you spend the entire break doing this, and you come back and find if you can give one example.
I'm up to 5 wins that was the case.
We'll do a careful study on this. We'll come back with more of your calls, 888-808-1019, the toll-free number. Plus, baseball returns today for the New York Yankees. I am clearly excited about a specific thing in Mets spring training. I'm curious if there is a thing the Yankee fan is excited about that maybe they can learn over the next month. We'll get to it all coming up. But calling all sports fans, the world's #1 sports fan festival returns to the Javits Center July 16th to the 19th. See the biggest names in sports like Aaron Judge, Malik Neighbors, Kevin Durant, Jackson Dart, Jalen Brunson, Cam Scatterbo, and more with athletes from all your favorite leagues. It's a full weekend of photo ops, autographs, rare trading cards, and memorabilia, and exclusive products you can only get at Fanatics Fest. It's the ultimate weekend activity with access you won't get anywhere else. Tickets are on sale now. Some days sell out fast, so grab yours early at fanaticsfest.com.
Boston Celtics lose to the Orlando Magic, shooting 17% from three-point range. The Orlando Magic shot 36%. It's holding for every loss. Back when I played, creatine was a locker room secret. Players knew, traders knew, fans didn't. But now the secret is out. Creatine boosts strength, speeds up recovery, and even helps with brain health. That's why I take GAT Sports' new creatine chews. 5 grams per serving. No sugar, no shaker, and no mess. Save 30% off your first bottle at gatsport.com with code TIKI30. That's GATsport.com using code TIKI30. GAT Sport Creatine Chews. Fuel up and compete harder.
The home of New York Giants football. The Fan.
Runs out of the tackle, down the right sideline, cuts inside at the 5, in for the touchdown!
1019 FM WFAN. WFAN FM. WFAN FM HD1 New York. An Odyssey sports station.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Sponsored by TaxSlayer. Start filing for free today at TaxSlayer.com. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. While tanking is a scourge on the NBA, it's not the lottery that needs to be fixed. It's the teams that actively tank that need to be punished. Slash the lottery odds in half for any team found guilty of tanking. You'll quickly de-incentivize the idea of trying to lose. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to hold teams accountable. I'm Chris Mack.
Oh, hello. It's me, the calculator that lives inside of TaxSlayer. I love numbers. Like 100, as in 100%, as in TaxSlayer's 100% accuracy, guaranteed. And 0, as in $0, as in it costs $0 to file and get the refund you deserve with TaxSlayer Simply Free, if you qualify. Simply Free is available to a limited number of taxpayers with age, income, credit, and deduction restrictions. See TaxSlayer.com for eligibility requirements. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Hey, Metro New York. Ready for real savings? Switch to Allstate today. Because drivers who switched saved an average of $713 on their auto insurance. So, what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for an auto insurance quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
This February at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, love is in the air with our $100,000 Roll into Romance drawing. Be here on Fridays in February from 3 to 7 p.m. when each hour one lucky guest is drawn to roll the dice for a shot at winning up to $5,000. Earn entry starting at 2 p.m. Club members can earn up to 5 times entry multipliers at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
At Grubhub, we're eating the fees on restaurant orders over $50. That's right. No more of those pesky fees. No delivery fee, no service fee, no sick day fee, no date night fee, no your roommate Kevin spilled the sauce all over the inside of the refrigerator and now you need more sauce fee. No parking fee, no finder's fee, no knock knock, who's there? Another fee. Seriously, no more fees on restaurant orders over $50. No delivery fees, no service fees, only on Grubhub.
Grubhub will eat the fees!
Details at grubhub.com.
Gold prices are soaring, and silver is near an all-time high. If you want to get cash in your hands, then go to the Estates Roadshow. They are buying gold and silver, old rings, chains, even broken jewelry. The Estates Roadshow is happening Monday through Friday in Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Kenilworth at the Kenilworth Inn, and Friday through Tuesday at TMT Cash for Gold locations in Old Bridge on Route 9 South or in Toms River on the corner of Route 37 and Hooper Avenue, just off the Garden State. More info, visit estatesroadshow.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Build your team, build it sooner. Beat your match on ZipRecruiter.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. All your roles, fill them sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Your official home to talk New York sports is WFAN. Call us anytime at 888-808-1019. The Fan, 1019 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
It's tough to think that baseball's close because we may get hit with a bomb cyclone over the weekend. I was reading that my area is expecting about an inch, and then Sean told me his area is expecting between 1 and 18 inches.
I've never seen a forecast like this in my life.
Yeah.
The quote-unquote island-wide weather people have posted 1 to 18. We really don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
1 to 18.
Yeah.
We have no clue.
We have
Just
no clue.
good luck.
Yep. Pray.
Yeah.
I give you a prediction for the Mets this year. They will win between 50 and 120 games. Not sure what number, but it'll be between that number.
Get your hopes up.
Either way, we're going to get some kind of horrible weather. It's just a matter of how bad it is.
Yeah.
But the good news is, and I know this doesn't work for everybody, but it works for some of us, there's baseball on TV this weekend. In fact, in 2 hours, the Yankees are playing the Orioles down in Florida. The Mets are playing a baseball game tomorrow, and then the Mets and the Yankees are playing each other on Sunday. And I was curious because I did a whole Rico about this a few days ago, like the spring training storylines of the New York Mets. And for me, it's pretty easy with the Mets. The most interesting thing in Mets spring training is Carson Bench. They have a top prospect, and he's trying to win a job.
Yeah.
And the Mets have made it clear he has a chance to win the job. And Carlos Mendoza has been asked about it every day at the press conference. What do you need to see from Carson Bench? And for a lot of us, no matter how diehard of a Met fan you are, you've probably never seen him play.
No.
He's only played a handful of games above Double-A. So for the Met fan, and sure, you could pick a million other things, but I think the leading kind of topic of interest when watching a spring training game is Carson Bench. Then I think about the Yankees, who play today in less than 2 hours.
What's the most interesting thing about the Yankees?
What is it? I don't know. You guys tell me. You're Yankee fans. What you got?
The most interesting thing about the New York...
I have something interesting. Do you have something interesting?
I guess it would be any of these young guys, again, like LaGrange, more Spencer Jones. It's just, I guess you lean on you.
Yeah, but how much are you going to see from pitching? The pitching can't be the most interesting thing because you're not going to see a ton of it. You know what I mean? And so it's probably still Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge in spring training to do what?
And he's going to be out at the World Baseball Classic.
If you are a Yankee fan, right, and where are they playing? They're playing in...
Today they're in
Tampa?
Sarasota, I think.
So in Sarasota. So
road game.
The road game. And hell, even if you're an Orioles fan, right, you just want to see Aaron Judge.
Yeah, he's not in the lineup today.
I know, but that's why you would go. You're like, let me just look at Aaron Judge.
I got one.
He's a star like that.
Ben Rice and Jason Dominguez's defense.
There you go. That's something.
Is that really that interesting? Like, honestly, think about it. Think about what you just said. Is that so compelling that you're like, I got to see this game to see if Ben Rice can not fall on his ass at first base?
Well, no, there's nothing.
It doesn't make any sense.
There's nothing compelling to make a spring training game must watch. But like as a diehard Yankee fan, what am I looking for?
From a Mets fan, I get what he's saying. You're right.
Yeah. Well, we have something. I mean, we have a young player.
Right.
It's very similar to 3 years ago when you had an open shortstop competition. And the Yankees had a bunch of young shortstops. Anthony Volpe won the job,
and
obviously.
Peraza, exactly.
Where, hey, I'm watching the shortstops every day to see who wins that job. In the case of the Mets, it's not really a full competition, but it's Carson Bench is this top prospect. I want to see him play baseball.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge in spring training is boring. I'll tell you why. He's not in the lineup every day. He is leaving for the WBC.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about if you want to go to a Yankee game, you just want to see Aaron Judge. Yes. That's who he is.
No, I give you that because you will get 2 at-bats of him, and if he hits a home run, it's the first time
I'm not
you saw
even
him.
talking about seeing him play.
Oh, then what?
I'm just like seeing him individually. Like, that's Aaron Judge.
That excites you?
If I was a Yankee fan, a young Yankee fan in Florida, it'd be like, can I just get close to him?
Wow.
Can I get like an autograph maybe?
I have to tell you a very funny story about that.
What else are you excited about?
Well, I mean, Ben Rice playing first base?
Not really.
Who's going to be the shortstop?
And
Jose Caballero.
Okay, whatever. It's just going to be somebody. It's going to be a body. It's going to be a Jag in there.
Jazz Chisholm said he's going 50-50.
Yeah, and that's not happening in the preseason or in spring training. And we don't. Jason Dominguez, guess what? He's probably going to the minors. So what are we even talking about?
So then
it's Aaron Judge. I'm telling you.
I will tell you this quick story because I was in Jupiter, Florida many, many years ago when Mark McGwire was at the height of his stardom, right? It was during the steroid era and the home run chases. And so everyone wanted to see Mark McGwire. And coincidentally, the St. Louis Cardinals had a player on their team. His name was Ryan McGwire. And poor Ryan McGwire would get booed by the fans because he wasn't Mark McGwire. Oh. And worst for Ryan, he played first base, which was Mark McGwire's position.
Wow.
And so this poor guy named McGwire would get ridiculed because they're like, where's Mark McGwire?
Right.
I don't want to see this.
Oh, that's wrong.
Yeah, no, it sucked. So I guess there's nothing for the Yankees. So then what's exciting about today and tomorrow, and I think Big Mac would say this, is you just get to see baseball.
Suck it!
You get to put the TV on,
That's
and
right.
even though it doesn't matter, and even though it doesn't count, and even though there's going to be endless amounts of spring training games, and if I gave you the Yankee lineup today, you'd just be like, who the hell are these people?
That's still coming in a fan focus. So.
Oh, I won't give the Yankee lineup then. I think Ahmed Rosario's hitting cleanup. That's all you need to know. So the real excitement is baseball's on TV.
Yeah,
but there's nothing that you're actually watching for.
But it's also not on TV.
Oh, that's true. Today's game is on Masson. So I wonder, does the MLB package allow you to get the other version?
What is Masson?
Masson is the Maryland Athletic.
The Mid-Atlantic
No,
Sports
you're right.
Network.
Mid-Atlantic. Yes.
Oh, this is another RSN?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't get it, but if you have the app, can it work? I don't know.
I'm going to try my app in about 2 hours. I'm excited to put baseball on.
They really got to nationalize baseball. They really have to.
What we don't know, and they never seem to tell us, MLB Network does pick up a lot of these local broadcasts.
I got one. I got something to genuinely be excited about. I'm not even joking around.
Okay.
Not being sarcastic. And this applies for everybody, but it definitely works for the Yankees. Watching and analyzing the challenge system.
Okay, but I could do that with any baseball game.
I agree, but
that's what he just said.
So I don't know if Boone's going to do this because accessing Aaron Boone press conferences is more challenging than accessing Carlos Mendoza press conferences. Someone needs to talk about yes with that. So I listen to Carlos Mendoza every day, and he has made very clear that his strategy around ABS and I don't know if the Yankees are doing this, but they should, is Mendy is telling his players, challenge whatever you want to challenge. There are no restrictions. Go to town. But we're keeping track at who's good at this.
Oh,
and based on how
that's actually
good
smart.
You like this? Based on how good you are, will allow you to challenge during the regular season. But if you suck and you're not good at it, we will put a red light on you. So that's
actually smart.
I agree, because I didn't know how they were going to do this.
What if it turns out that Juan Soto is terrible at it?
Nah, he's not allowed to do it.
I know, but just think of how we evaluate him and think about him as this great, because he walks so much.
He's got the greatest eye maybe
one
ever.
Of the greatest eye, even though Judge had a great eye last year as well.
Aaron Judge is a great eye too,
but
they both have great eyes.
When you think about Juan Soto, the idea about why he's so great is because he's great at noticing and identifying a pitch.
Yes.
So what if he sucks at it?
I mean, then he's not allowed to do it. But you know what's crazy, Tiki? I can't imagine it, and this is interesting. This is something to watch now that we've figured it out.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that someone who has a great eye, which Juan Soto does and Aaron Judge does, I find it really hard to believe that they wouldn't be good at the challenge system.
Oh, no, I think they'll be great
If
at
they
it.
know the strike zone that well, you would think that they would know that's not a strike and that's worth tapping my hat for.
Yeah.
So I'd be surprised if guys who identify the strike zone really well would be bad at it.
Yeah, but it's also, is it prudent to use my challenge if I don't really need it? Like, I know I'm still going to walk, or I know I'm still going to get a hit or whatever.
Or because this was my thought about the challenge system, and this is actually going to be a debate. It's not a debate now because very few people have seen it last year in spring training.
Yeah.
And even now when spring training starts, how many people sit down and watch games? It's not that many. By the first week of the season, this is the hot topic because everyone's going to be like, how'd that moron challenge that? Why did we challenge that? Here's the thing, though. I wouldn't challenge anything in certain situations. Like, let's just take the first pitch of the game, right? The first pitch of the game to Francisco Lindor, or in the Yankees' case, Trent Grisham, is an obvious ball that's called a strike. It is a clear miscall. Are you really challenging it?
Yeah, you set the tone for the whole day with the umpire. We're not going to put up with your crap.
I mean, but what if you're wrong?
Well, then he set the tone back.
So you wouldn't differentiate between situations and moments?
Of course, I tend to agree with you, but also I think early in the game you just kind of say, like, you're already off, like we're already aggravated here. You know,
2
what I mean?
outs and nobody on with the 8th place hitter up, first pitch. Are you challenging that?
The 8th place hitter might want to get some respect and go, I know what I'm doing.
It's not about you or him. It's about the team.
Yeah.
And that's where I think Aaron Boone and Carlos Mendoza will eventually make rules. Like right now, and that's what would be interesting about spring training, do what you want. You want to challenge that, go challenge it. Who the hell cares? These games don't matter. I want to see you work that challenge muscle. But once the season starts, you only have 2 of them.
Right.
And you better get them right. Are you really okay with a first inning, 2 out and nobody on hat tip?
Isn't that what Skubal did in the All-Star game? Wasn't it in the first inning yesterday?
It's the All-Star game.
I know, but it was just funny to see that happen early in the game.
I totally get it, but it's the All-Star game, and it's spring training when the games count.
Yeah, I think he also did it because he knew he was only going to be in there for a minute.
That's true, too.
That's right.
That's true, too.
Yeah, he was being selfish.
Yeah,
He knew
exactly.
he wasn't going to be in there 2 innings from now. So I think that's probably the thing for Yankee fans. You could go, and you know what you should do? You should chart how good guys are at the challenge system.
The other interesting thing for Yankee fans is happening today, not in Sarasota. Garrett Cole is throwing live batting practice to Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Cody Bellinger, Trent Grisham, and Jason Dominguez.
That's
today.
exciting.
Televise that.
Yeah. You think that would get more views
than the game?
If the Yankees YouTube channel put up the game versus Garrett Cole throwing a bullpen to all those guys?
Yes, it would. That's what you care about. Is Garrett Cole healthy? This might be the biggest story.
One other aspect of the challenge system that we all should be aware of before the season starts, and I was not aware of this till a few days ago, and I don't love it. You know how we've grown accustomed to the strike zone box while we're watching games?
I saw this too.
The strike zone box is gone.
Yeah.
They have taken it away.
And it's because of this.
Yes.
Because they don't want some, I don't know, intrepid employee calling down, being like, that was a ball.
Right, because
that was a strike.
The rule of ABS is that the only people allowed to challenge are the batter, the catcher, and the pitcher. That's it, and they're not allowed outside help. This is what I've been reading.
Yep.
They are not allowed to scream back at the dugout, hey, Shadow! You can't do it. And so they're trying to eliminate any way of getting outside help, and so they're eliminating the strike zone box. Is that not unbelievable?
it changed, though. That is not entirely true.
Oh, really? What are they doing then?
I'm trying to get back to the story here. Technically, the box is still going to be up there, so you can see what's going on, but they're not going to indicate that the ball itself was a ball or strike on the screen within the box.
So the zone is there, but they're not going to give us where the ball lands?
You know how they do that laser ball part? Yeah. That's what's not going to be there.
That's a big deal, though.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the pitch framing is so good, you don't even know where that ball landed. So, and they will tell you, especially on the ESPN broadcast, that's a ball, that's a strike.
Right.
That's why I think we become so bitter against umpires, because we have so much more information than we had in years past. Bottom line is, I think it will hurt the game broadcast for us.
Right.
But the reason they're doing it is they don't want cheating, or what they conceive as new cheating, because the only people allowed to tap the heads to issue a challenge is the pitcher, the catcher, and the batter.
Right.
Garrett Cole at an 11 a.m. start has just thrown to his first batter and struck out Trent Grisham on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, so we're off and running.
Nice.
Baseball season's back.
As an update, real quick, for Sean Morash, the Boston Celtics on November 1st, 2024, beat the Charlotte Hornets 124 to 109. They shot 31% from three-point range. The Charlotte Hornets shot 39% from three-point range.
So your stat, what I asked Sean about a half hour ago, is we were talking about the Knicks and living and dying by the three. And I know their numbers. I gave you their numbers when they outshoot their opponents from three, 28-3 versus an under 500 record. I said, look up what the Celtics did last year since they were known as Chuckers. And Sean claimed in his research that the Celtics won every single game they outshot their opponents in from three and lost every single game they got outshot in at three, and I said, there's no way that's true.
Yeah.
So Tiki and Sean have gone through it single-handedly to see if they can find games where it's not
I just
true.
needed to find one example where it wasn't true.
It took Tiki a half hour.
Which is great. And I'm thankful. And it should be a reminder to everybody out there.
AI sucks.
Yeah, stop relying on AI and ChatGPT to run your lives. They're wrong so much.
Confidently wrong.
Yeah. Now we still need to find out the records, so you've got more work to do. Go figure that out. We'll get back to your calls coming up, 888-808-1019, plus the forgotten Jet free agent who I think is as important as Breece Hall. We'll get to it coming up. It's Evan and Tiki here on The Fan until 2 this afternoon.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. The MMA fight is Saturday, and you can trade on it nationwide on Kalshi. Hernandez is trading at 70% to beat Strickland. That means a $100 trade on Strickland pays out $333 with a win. Download the Kalshi app and use code FAN to get $10 when you trade $100. Kalshi. Trade on anything. And it is sponsored by your local Mazda dealer.
Make the smart choice, the Mazda CX-5. With standard all-wheel drive, advanced safety, and effortless handling, there's more to a Mazda than meets the eye. Lease your 2025 Mazda CX-5 for only $209 a month and elevate your journey wherever the road takes you. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
Right to Sharp, pass out Williams, right wing three. Good!
The Nets encounter the Thunder, 8 o'clock tonight.
Back to Zaire to the rim and a two-hand slam.
The home of Brooklyn Nets basketball is The Fan, 101.9 FM and always live on the iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and Odyssey apps.
MSC Cruises feel so stylish and European. Let's espresso and gelato.
Espresso and gelato? Those aren't verbs.
Yeah, on MSC Cruises they are.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm into the American stuff. Let's coffee and soft serve.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe later we can chaise lounge and espadrille?
I think you mean pool chair and flip-flop.
Get up to 40% off cruises, plus get up to $750 onboard credit and kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
This President's Month at Nielsen Dodge, fun is in the driver's seat. We're celebrating all month with special presidential savings, plus 0 down payment.
We have your new Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, or Ram at extra special fun is in the driver's seat savings.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Compass Limited 4x4, just $187 a month. Or lease a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Laredo X 4x4, just $295 a month.
Plus, choose from a wide selection of certified pre-owned vehicles.
And if you need credit help, we're here to make it fast and easy on Route 10 in East Hanover. Or shop online at nielsendodge.com.
proud member of the Nielsen Auto Group.
At Nielsen, fun is in the driver's seat.
President's Day sales event. Term 27 months to assign Compass 5782, Cherokee 5890 at tax tag 489 dock and DMV fees.
Hey sports fans, when it's game time, it's Tully time. Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. During the big games this season, toast your friends and your team with a Dew and a brew. At home or at your favorite sports bar. Because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. 40% alcohol by volume. William Grant & Sons, New York, New York.
When equipment breaks down and operations come to a halt, every single second counts. So why is your maintenance team spending 60% of their time doing anything but turning wrenches? MaintainX is the AI-powered maintenance and asset management system that helps your team get back to actually fixing breakdowns. No more searching for manuals. No more hunting down parts. No more drowning in paperwork. With MaintainX, your team can access manuals from anywhere, create new procedures in minutes, and turn voice notes into clear and complete work order feedback. What used to take hours now only takes minutes. Keep your operations moving, not your paperwork. Join over 11,000 maintenance teams that are already fixing more and filing less. Try MaintainX for free today. Go to maintainx.com/AI. That's maintain and the letter x.com/AI.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
When it comes to luxury driving in the tri-state area, one name stands above the rest. Ray Cattina. Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Ray Cattina of Freehold, and Mercedes-Benz of Union. 3 premier locations, 1 iconic name. Triple the selection with one of the largest Mercedes-Benz inventories on the East Coast. More convenience with 3 state-of-the-art service centers and more of the legendary Ray Cattina customer service you expect. Experience luxury multiplied by the power of 3. Visit RayCattinaMercedes.com.
This February at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, love is in the air with our $100,000 Roll into Romance drawing. Be here on Fridays in February from 3 to 7 p.m. when each hour one lucky guest is drawn to roll the dice for a shot at winning up to $5,000. Earn entry starting at 2 p.m. Club members can earn up to 5 times entry multipliers at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Breezy with rain or drizzle, high 41.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ. Precision cooking, effortless results. ChefIQ.com. Remember that Jackson Holiday injury to the Baltimore Orioles? Well, more bad news. Jordan Westburg their second baseman / third baseman, depending on where the hell Jackson Holiday plays. He now has a partially torn UCL. The Orioles are ruling out Tommy John surgery. They're going to go with those PCP shots instead. And also, after the first period right now, Team Canada finds themselves trailing again in men's ice hockey, down 1-0 to Finland, with the winner going to the gold medal game on Sunday. This Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Yeah, we'll keep you posted on Finland, Canada. They got underway about an hour ago. USA, Slovakia is at 3 o'clock. 2 winners will play Sunday morning in the gold medal game. Would it take something away if it's U.S. against Finland?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's already taken something away that there's no Russia.
Yeah. But U.S. Canada is
Russia's
more appealing.
Russia's because they're banned.
No, I understand that, but from like a hockey perspective, you can make a case a lot of the best players in the world play for Russia.
But don't you think USA-Canada would still be the sexiest matchup?
Yes, of course. Yes. It can't be USA-Finland or Canada. Who are we playing? Slovakia.
Look, a gold's a gold. You win a gold, it's a gold. I'm
Right.
certainly not taking anything away from if we do win a gold. I'm just saying, I think USA-Canada would be a hell of a lot more
If it's
appealing.
USA-Finland, it's going to feel an awful lot like the New England run to a Super Bowl here.
What do you mean?
Easy path.
No, but New England didn't win the Super Bowl.
I understand that. But even just getting there and then the final boss there, we thought New England by playing Seattle.
You know what? Just stop. You know what? You're banned from talking Olympic
No,
hockey.
I'm not.
You're so biased.
No, I'm not.
You're now
the one who introduced it. Would it take something away? I tell you yes, and then you go, you're biased.
It takes something away from the appeal of the game, not them winning a gold medal.
Right.
They win a gold medal. They win a gold medal. It'd be amazing. I'm suggesting like a TV rating standpoint, a juice at 8:30 in the morning on a Sunday.
Oh, no.
That's what I mean.
Just so you know, Finland, they are the defending champions.
Right.
Are they?
But
Yes.
they got pushed around in the Four Nations last year.
Does that matter?
The Four Nations.
Well, it was the same thing. USA played Canada, Finland, and couldn't sniff them.
it wasn't. The Four Nations was just the NHL players.
But that was the same Finland team here.
Is exactly?
I mean, save for like a third liner, yeah.
I don't know.
That's a
man.
little bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Tiki, I have it is not my thought, but I want to elaborate on a thought that I heard earlier today. It was one of the most fascinating things I've heard in like weeks.
Okay.
I was listening to my favorite show here on WFAN, Al Dukes and Jerry Recco's warm-up show.
Yes.
And Jerry Recco, and the context doesn't even matter, Jerry Recco said, if it came out tomorrow that everything we knew about the Lincoln assassination wasn't true, Mary Todd Lincoln had him killed, something of that nature,
The wifey did it.
would it be the biggest story in the country? Would it be the front page of every newspaper where newspapers still exist? Would it be the top trending story on Twitter? Or would we say, it was 160 years ago?
I think we'd say it's 160 years ago.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it would be.
The biggest political scandal.
Because how are we exonerating
John Wilkes Booth?
John Wilkes Booth?
Well, I don't think we'd be exonerating
Because he
him.
still pulled the trigger. So anyways, that's fine. So if it was set up by
That's
the
what it
wife.
would be. Yes. Yes. The story would be that the conspiracy, and I'm not suggesting this is true, I am hypotheticalizing this. If it came out, we had documents, had been covered up for years because the country wasn't ready for this kind of information.
Yeah.
That Mary Todd Lincoln set up the whole freaking thing, including the death of Abe. Are we stopping talking sports and saying, dude, we got to break this down for like 2 hours? Are we all stopping what we're doing and saying, oh my God, this is
I
unbelievable?
think it's so long ago, it just would feel like ancient history and not something that we care about.
Wow.
I mean, you would care about it, obviously.
You're telling me that wouldn't be the front page story everywhere?
I mean, maybe, but I don't think that we would care enough to break into whatever it is we're doing and start talking about it.
Sean, as someone who doesn't understand history, if all of a sudden news came out, Trump's releasing these documents about aliens. He says, by the way, I got another document to dump.
Yeah.
We've been covering up the biggest scandal in the history of American politics. Lincoln's wife had him killed. Would you think that's the biggest story in the country?
No.
No,
agreed.
Oh my
It
God.
wouldn't be. It would probably be like page 3 in the New York Post. And I gotta be Evan,
I'm like, what are we trying to distract from now?
I'm gonna give some sad news to you.
Yeah.
Okay? If you polled every American inside a box where they can't have it leak out and you just asked them a simple question, hey, who killed Lincoln? I believe the majority of Americans would get that question wrong.
I don't know about that one.
I think you don't realize
If
how
you gave a multiple choice,
Okay.
they would get it.
because they would know the name John Wilkes Booth.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, man, like, there's a lot of the younger generation sucks. I'm like the lead of it. Like, we just don't pay attention to
All
stuff like
right. I respectfully, I don't even want to say I disagree because you have a better idea of this. Let me say, okay, it was too long ago. Let me get a little closer. A scandal comes out that FDR was poisoned by Eleanor Roosevelt. And that he didn't really die for however he died. He also got killed by his wife in the middle of World War II.
See, I don't think we talk about those enough. The only one that would change is if it was confirmed that it was a CIA front seat driver who turned around and shot JFK.
So the JFK story is the line?
Yeah,
like we would
shot
still be
JFK
interested in that?
with a dissolving bullet. It was just a projectile.
I think you got 20 years left on the JFK stuff before people stop caring.
Yes, I agree.
So we're done with Lincoln
because it's still pop culture. You see movies about it,
and people are still alive that tell
There's
the story
a Netflix
of it.
show. What's it called?
Oh, with Franco.
Yes.
Oh,
dude, that show was so bizarre. It was that years ago.
It's a
1963.
It's a Stephen King book.
It literally called 1963.
No, I think it's the actual total date.
Oh, gotcha.
Like 12, whatever,
Right.
1963.
Right.
Gotcha. It came out years ago because I remember watching it.
It was a
weird.
Hulu original. Now Netflix has it.
Right.
Wait, it continued?
No.
No. It flipped internet.
Yeah, I think
Or it
James-
flipped streaming service.
I think James Franco was canceled. I don't think he exists anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he's gone. Okay, so
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
World War II stuff. We're over it. Let's say it comes out. We knew about Pearl Harbor. All an inside job.
Pearl Harbor might still.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, there are people around from World War II.
Pearl Harbor's more than like one figurehead getting killed, so it's a little different.
Okay. All right. So the line of demarcation, we're still kind of in the mid part of the 20th century.
Yeah.
But Abe Lincoln and anything with the Civil War, we're done.
We're done with it.
Crazy.
I know. I mean, again, it's a
40s
story.
to 60s, we would still care.
Okay. No, I was just curious because when Jerry said it, they moved on very quickly. It was just a very matter of fact, like, yeah, would anybody care if Mary Todd killed Lincoln? And I'm like, I'd care.
You know,
I mean,
you know what?
jeez.
Honestly, you know what would make people care? We're talking about this. A major Netflix show exposing it as opposed to like it just comes out in like a newspaper.
Oh, so we need to have like a movie tell us the story?
We need like a riveting documentary that takes the world by storm.
Gotcha. Now, let's get back to your calls. And there's a Jet free agent not getting enough attention we need to discuss. We'll get to that in the next 5 minutes. 888-808-1019. Let's go to Eddie in Vernon, New Jersey. What's up, Eddie?
Yo, what's going on, man? Been hold it for a while, but I got I have a take that's way out in the weeds, and I just wanted to hear Tiki's take on it.
Okay.
What's up?
Back in the day, you guys know George Carlin, right?
Of course.
Of course. Remember his first bit, or one of his first bits, when he had the 7 words that you weren't allowed to say?
Yes. Don't say them,
you
please.
you guys remember all those words, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So I want to know what's changed. Why are we now allowed to say this?
Okay, great question. So the words that George Carlin used, I cannot even try to allude to. Like well, yes, I could. The first one is SH.
Yes.
The second one is that. Then the F word. Then the C word. Then the CO word.
Yep.
Then the MF word. And then T, as in like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the usage of that. Like, I'm pissed off is okay.
Yes.
But if you use it to describe the other thing one can do, like I am doing that, you're not allowed to say it. Hence why I'm not saying it now.
Right.
That's my understanding of it. I am not perfect on this, but that's my understanding of why that word is sometimes allowed.
I would think so. And ass was never one.
No. That is not one of the 7 words.
Right. Because that's actually an animal.
Yeah.
And it's a part of your body.
Yes. I think there are certain words, and the guy I would double check with on this is actually Craig. He's very good at this because he tries to, get to the line and not go over. And I think he has studied this. So I'll ask him if I'm right, but my understanding is pissed off is okay.
Right.
But I wouldn't use it like, I'm leaving the room now, Tiki.
To go take
because I've got to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
And that is not appropriate on terrestrial radio. Obviously there are more places now where there are no rules. Cable TV is sort of like that. YouTube is sort of like that.
Right.
Satellite radio is certainly sort of like that. But when the government is involved, there are still rules.
The FCC.
The FCC. That's right. So I think I gave a smart answer to that. Let's go to Brendan in Mamaroneck. What's up, Brendan?
Hey, fellas. How you doing today?
All's well.
Good.
Hey, so I love the show, but I've only gotten the chance to listen on Odyssey last couple of days, and I've been hearing about the quarterback list, Evan. And I completely agree that it is. You can't have a good list when you don't have any good options. So you're totally right there.
Thank you.
Now, there is one quarterback deemed a big swing that is completely written off the league that might get another shot in the league that was left off that list.
Go.
And that is Zach Wilson. Completely unviable for the Jets, but he sat behind Peyton in Denver, McDaniel in Miami, but he's cheap. I'm wondering if he'll ever get another shot. However,
that's a good question.
It shows a lot about Sam Darnold that he was able to persevere, get through all these teams, and win a Super Bowl. If Zach Wilson, who's now on this similar trajectory, ever did that, I would cry myself to sleep every night. The Jets should hang it up, and that'll be that.
Yes, no, I think Zach Wilson winning a Super Bowl would be the worst thing we'd ever seen. Yeah, that would be the end of us. But it's so different, and we need to understand why. And I remember bringing this up to you at the end. Sam Darnold was much more successful and better than Zach Wilson was, even here with the Jets, where Sam didn't.
As a professional.
Just as a Jet. Like, there was a reason why Carolina went out and traded a second-round pick for Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
They believed in him.
Right. There was potential there, and they thought that he was just ruined by his head coach and the offensive system and Gase, and that they could get him right. Whereas, I mean, in some ways it is kind of that way.
No, it's not.
With Zach Wilson, it's just, I don't think the talent is there.
Well, that may be the case, but I'll tell you the biggest difference is that Sam immediately got another opportunity in Carolina.
Yeah.
And then we all know the trajectory, sat in San Francisco, opportunity in Minnesota. We all know the rest. Zach Wilson was signed by Sean Payton, who we all trust.
Of course.
We all swear by.
And he basically said, I'm going to turn you into something.
And then what did he do?
He basically said, you're nothing.
Okay, so that's step one.
Yeah.
Then he goes to Miami with another guy that we respect as an offensive mind, and Mike McDaniel. And even when they decided, you know what, we're not going to play Tua anymore, what does he do?
Yep.
He says, I'm not going to Zach Wilson.
Right.
So I think two respected offensive minds in Sean Payton and Mike McDaniel have already told you what the thought is on Zach Wilson. He's done.
Yeah.
He's not just done with my team, and there's a reason he wouldn't be on my list for obvious reasons. It's the same reason why Aaron Rodgers was 25.
Same old Jets.
He was last, not because he's the worst quarterback in the league. He was last because he's not an option. It's just that doesn't work here.
Right.
And so Zach Wilson is so not an option, I wouldn't even offend anyone's senses by putting him on the list.
Right.
But forget the Jets. I don't think he's an option anywhere.
I agree with you.
He's done.
He's going to make a team. He'll be in camp somewhere. But he's still got to prove it. And I think part of the issue with Zach is that when has he actually proved it?
He hasn't.
Other than in college.
He hasn't.
The better ex-Jet comp, because this came to light last night, is Geno Smith. Would the Jets bring back Geno Smith?
Absolutely. Wait, I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
Like an ex-Jet that the Jets could look into bringing back.
Yes.
Failed elsewhere. Because Geno Smith is going to be looking for a new home.
But I just think he's aged out, and what's the point?
I have a little bit of an issue. It's unrelated but related.
Yeah.
Before I put together the big list of Evan Jet quarterbacks, 1 through 25, I made it clear it's free agents and then guys who are available, guys who we think would be available via trade or they're going to be cut. That's why guys like Tua, Kyler Murray, Tanner McKee are on the list.
Right.
I wanted to double check with the greatest football mind at WFAN, not named Tiki Barber, Boomer Esiason.
Okay.
And that person is Sean Morash. And I sent him my list and said, am I missing anybody?
And I gave you somebody.
You did, and I appreciate that.
I think I gave you who was number 1 on the list.
Anthony Richardson?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about him.
So you're welcome.
Yeah.
How did you not give Geno Smith?
I totally forgot about him, man. I totally forgot
Because he
about
had
him.
it was really a forgettable season for him.
It was.
But he's also clearly being replaced. Like, there's no debate right
I know.
now.
And then last night it came out that, like, not to shock anybody, he's going to be released and going to be available.
Yeah, I think that's been the issue, though, is that this entire offseason, nobody's even mentioned his name.
Yeah.
Nobody said, well, he was so bad that he's going to get cut.
I'm going to be fair about this. I'm looking at my list, which I need to put out 1 through 25 on social media. I think we've only put out the top 10. I'll put out my whole list. But at the bottom of the list is Aaron Rodgers. I'd put Geno ahead of Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, definitely.
Because of the okay. I'd put Geno ahead of Joe Flacco. I'd put Geno ahead of Teddy Bridgewater. As much as I respect Teddy Bridgewater, I think he's more of a backup. I'd put him ahead of Jimmy Garoppolo. I'd put him ahead of Marcus Mariota.
See, you're making him an interesting name now.
Let's see where this stops.
Yeah. Keep going.
I'd put him ahead of Russell Wilson.
Definitely.
I think I'd put him ahead of Carson Wentz. I'm mixed about that one.
I'm down on Wentz, so.
I am too, but now we get to a guy that we're going to disagree on. That's where I have Kirk Cousins at 18, which I put very low.
Right, I won't.
That's where I'll stop. I think Geno's in that 19 to 21 range.
Okay.
So he's not the dead bottom, but he's still towards the bottom. He's still not somebody that I would prefer.
And I guess to answer Tiki's question of what's the point, again, this is where the Jets have to examine. Are we not looking to catch lightning in a bottle and hope the guy's the quarterback of the future and we're just trying to get by for a year because we're not in place to take
my
him?
list, and this is the reason why Kirk Cousins is so low, my list is I do want to have the possibility of catching lightning in a bottle.
Right.
That's why I don't have a lot of veterans, older veterans, towards the top of my list.
Right.
Now, I want to bring this up to you, Tiki, and we'll get right back to your calls, I promise. There is a free agent from the New York Jets that is getting zero attention, and I was thinking about it over the last few days on how important it is to re-sign him because I was on the fence for a while, and now I'm all on board on I cannot live with myself, or I'd be very mad at Darren Muji if he doesn't re-sign him. We all know about Breece Hall. I would like Breece Hall back. The guy I'm talking about is, let's all say his name together because I wonder if you guys have been thinking the same thing. 1, 2, 3, Elijah Vera Tucker.
AVT.
I didn't even think about it. AVT.
What?
I haven't even thought about him as a free agent. I mean, I think I knew, but I just felt like it's a foregone conclusion.
Foregone conclusion what?
That he's going to sign.
With who?
The Jets.
What makes you think that?
The Jets are a sewer.
Because his market is very down off all these things.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like he's going to be overpaid because he had such a great 3 years.
But I'm also worried that because Darren Muji didn't draft him, that I don't think there's a loyalty towards keeping him. I think sometimes when you draft someone, and we rip Joe Shane for this, that there's too much loyalty.
Yeah, exactly. You end up giving him extra time because you drafted him.
Yeah.
And whether or not he's worth it or not. I still feel like he hasn't completely reached his potential yet.
I completely agree with you.
And the fact that he hasn't had great consistency over those 4 years, and you still think he can be good, you sign him for cheap.
I would sign him for whatever
market value.
Yeah, because I don't know what his market.
You don't need to overpay for it.
I think you guys, and we'll find out. I think you guys are wrong that he doesn't have a market. He's still 26 years old, and when he played well. Of
course.
And we know how valuable offensive linemen are, especially ones who's proven. Hey, you want to play him at left guard? Fine. You want to play him at right tackle? Okay, cool. You want to play him at left guard, right guard, the center? It doesn't matter.
Right.
He can play everywhere. I think one of the biggest issues with AVT early on is that the Jets were jerking him around all over the place.
Right.
And they need to kind of find a spot for him. But
Right.
with John Simpson likely being gone, AVT should be on this team and should be a starter next year. And look, I get the risk. The risk is he doesn't play.
Yeah.
The risk is he didn't play last year. The risk is while he played in 2024, he missed so much time in 23 and 22. And so his track record, there is no denying it, is someone who's completely unreliable.
Yeah. And who is he? What is he?
I think he's good when he plays.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to risk that. Especially because I have cap space.
Right.
Especially because I see him starting on this team. And he's so valuable, if I need to move him because of other injuries, not that I want to do it, I can. And then there's the other thing, and this is where I would go the other way to this thing I ripped Joe Shane about, and GMs are so loyal to guys that they pick. As a Jet fan who's watched this guy for parts of 5 seasons, I can't live with him succeeding and being healthy elsewhere. I know he's good.
Right.
I know what he's capable of. He's a former first-round pick, and he isn't a bust. He just doesn't stay healthy. And it's starting to hit me over the last few days. They got to keep him. I'll be very upset if they don't keep him. It'll bother me if they don't keep him.
Smells like a Titan to me.
Didn't you guys just tell me he's certainly coming back? Now you tell me he's a Titan.
I'm just saying it feels like a no-brainer that he's coming back.
Right. Because I don't think he's going to have a market. But to your point, there's no Muji or Glenn tie into
But there's a Robert Saleh tie.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what you're trying to do here?
What do you want?
Maybe you're right.
It's not an asinine take to think Robert Saleh.
I mean, if you're Robert Saleh, you're getting your second shot as a head coach. You have some needs, and one is an offensive line, a guard. Aren't you? You're going to go to the guy that was good for you.
What would you pay him? An injury-prone offensive lineman who's 26 years old. I have a number in mind.
I wish I knew the market for guards.
I'm just spitting it. I would say it's a short-term deal, and it's probably like $10, $11 million a year.
He might get less based on the injury history.
I know.
He's 26, who's a former first-round pick, and when he's played well.
But he feels like
he's had a lot of injuries.
Yeah, he feels like a one-year deal guy at like a maybe 11 mil.
So 1 year, 11 mil. I just said 2 years, 11 mil. We're not that far off.
Yeah, but
I gave him a second year.
But by the time you start kicking the salary cap numbers down to the second year, that's what I mean.
Got you.
It could be like the cap hit is only 7, and it's got all those incentives in it.
As IFOs, because you guys have to be IFOs. You're a Giant fan. We all know the Giants are wonderful. They're amazing. They have a quarterback. They have no problems.
Give the New York Giants a big round of applause.
Nobody has said
Would
that.
you re-sign Elijah Vera Tucker?
I would.
Okay. Thank you. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, cap space. But here's what I would do, though. I wouldn't sign him and go, he's my right guard, and not have another plan for right guard.
The top guards are getting AAVs of 20.
Okay, so he's not getting 20.
No.
You know what? That makes me think he's going to get $14 million a year. It's not going to be $11 million. I shortchanged it.
Yeah.
He's going to get a 2-year,
you're
$30 million deal now. That's where I'm at. And I'd probably do it. Because, and I know this isn't the right way to run a team, I'd have a very tough time with him going somewhere else and staying healthy. Because I'd say he was our guy.
Right. And he was young.
Yes. And here's the other thing about the Jets. Last thing before we get back to your calls. They could have an identity of a really good offensive line. It's probably their identity right now for a bad team. Like, they're set at left tackle. They're set at right tackle. Like, they've got pieces on this offensive line.
Yep.
So why shouldn't he be a part of it?
I think his Spotrac market value is at basically $13 million.
All right, so it's,
And this is what I was going to bring up. Last year at this time, Mekhi Becton came off a Super Bowl where he proved himself at guard, proved himself, no injury, and got a 2-year deal up to $20 million with the Chargers, only $6.94 guaranteed.
But he's older, though.
Okay. All right. I mean, but again,
AVT is young.
He's not only older, he's also, fatter.
But he proved more in that year with the Eagles than AVT did. And here's the only thing I put: youth is right, but if you're not giving him more than a 1-2 year deal, then what does the age matter?
Right, it doesn't.
Fair enough. Well, I hope they keep him. Let's go to Giovanni in Hackensack. Hey, Giovanni.
Hey, guys. How's it going? I was calling about when you guys were speaking about Mary Todd Lincoln.
Yes.
So there's actually a play called Oh, Mary, and what you guys were saying about her possibly being the person that killed him is kind of what it's about.
Are you serious?
Really?
There's a play about Mary Todd Lincoln killing Abraham Lincoln?
It's not just about her kill. Like, it's more about her and, like, her life but in a funny way. But at the end, it ends up, she kind of, like, sets him up. And, it's super funny. Great play.
Thank you. I want to see that now. Because that does, they did not have a great marriage, in fairness. Like, there's been a lot of written about the disconnect they had. And a lot of it is very sad. Like, they lost one of their children at a very young age, and it caused the distance-ness, if you will.
Right.
That's not a word, but you get what I mean, between them. So, I'm not trying to start a conspiracy theory. I was merely asking the question that Jerry asked, because it's a great question. Would we still care about it?
Yeah.
Like, if something came out about the Revolutionary War that changes all of history, would we be like, that's a big deal? Or would we be like, whatever?
No.
No.
It's too long ago. It's just
So
too long
what?
ago.
And the cutoff is mid-part of the 20th century?
Yeah.
Dude, people barely care about stuff from a week ago.
Yeah. Our attention spans have really, really diminished. We'll get back to your calls coming up, 888-808-1019. Adam Silver has ideas on how to fix tanking. And I don't know if Tiki's going to buy this, but I am now under the belief that Tom Brady is about to make a career move that's going to shock everybody. I think he's about to join the WWE. I'll try to prove why coming up. It's Evan and Tiki till 2 this afternoon.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
NFL Scouting Combine gets started in Indy next week, and while this year's quarterback crop is underwhelming, everyone aside from Fernando Mendoza will be there. And while it's not popular, I'm a believer in Carson Beck to be the best of the rest. Elite? No. But with his amount of high-level experience, I think if he doesn't end up in a terrible situation, looking at you, Jets, he's got the best shot to be a mid-level starting quarterback at the NFL level. I'm Chris Mack.
Allstate is Metro New York's trusted auto insurer, protecting cars across the tri-state area. We're by your side when you need us most, providing you with affordable auto coverage you can rely on. So, switch to Allstate today, and you could save an average of $713 on auto insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Boomer here. If you care about cooking your meat to perfection as much as I do, the IQ Sense Smart Meat Thermometer from Chef IQ wirelessly monitors your food's internal temperature in real time and pairs with the Chef IQ app to tell you when it's time to flip, rest, and serve. So there's no guesswork, there's no overcooking, just perfect USDA safe temps every single time. It even connects to the new Chef IQ mini oven for hands-off precision cooking. So why not grab yours today at chefiq.com, code word boomer to save 30% at checkout.
Hey, it's Tiki. Back when I played, creatine was a locker room secret. Players knew, trainers knew, fans didn't. But now the secret's out. Creatine boosts strength, speeds up recovery, and even helps brain health. That's why I take GAT Sports' new Creatine Chews. 5 grams per serving, no sugar, no shaker, no mess. Save 30% off your first bottle at gatsport.com with code TIKI30. That's GAT sport.com with code TIKI30. GAT Sport Creatine Chews. Fuel up, compete harder.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey. Want to know why betting the winter games on FanDuel makes sense? From game lines to medal counts to finding your angle on the events you care about most, FanDuel gives you more ways to stay connected to all the action. The winter games are on, and there's no better way to follow them than with a bet on FanDuel. Curling matches that start slow and somehow get tense really fast. Speed skating decided by inches. Hockey games that feel different from the opening face-off. And so much more. Visit FanDuel.com/New York to get started today. That's FanDuel.com/New York. FanDuel, play your game. FanDuel is the place to bet on the winter games. You can bet on who you think will take home the gold in alpine skiing, skeleton, bobsleigh, luge, and so much more. The winter games are here, so why not stay connected to the action with FanDuel? We all love the app around here. It is safe and secure, and when you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and older, physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, you can call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
D'Agostino and Associates is a legacy firm that's there to help accident victims. I'm attorney Jenna D'Agostino, continuing the legacy my father, John D'Agostino, started 35 years ago when he built D'Agostino and Associates, the injury firm, one client at a time.
I grew up on these New York and New Jersey streets. They shaped me. I'm attorney John D'Agostino from D'Agostino and Associates, the injury firm. I often tell the story of how my father lost his leg in a construction accident so people understand I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call my team first. 888-24-LAW-24. 888-24-LAW-24.
Continuing the legacy means working closely with my father and our team. When you're injured, we know a big decision has to be made. Call our team first.
D'Agostino and Associates, the injury firm. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call my team first. 888-24-LAW-24. 888-24-LAW-24. D'Agostino, Law Bite Back.
Drew Brees here. Whether you're on the field or on the road, having the right team on your side makes all the difference. I learned that the hard way. On the field, you don't go anywhere without a solid O-line. And when your car breaks down, you want that same kind of protection. That's why I trust CarShield. Their protection plans help you tackle expensive repairs so that you're not blindsided.
Visit carshield.com now and join the team that's helped millions of drivers save. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
At quarterback, calling the right play could change the whole game. And when your car breaks down, same idea. Make the right call before the big repair bill hits. CarShield helps protect you from expensive auto repairs. Plans include 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, and rental car options, all to keep your drive alive. Look, breakdowns happen, but choosing CarShield, that's the easiest call you'll make all day.
Visit carshield.com now and join the team that's helped millions of drivers save. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Wake up with Boomer and Geo. Mornings 6 to 10 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1, New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
All right. Hear me out, Tiki. Hear me out, everyone in the audience. I didn't think this until right now, but a few days ago, Tom Brady did an interview with Logan Paul, and they had a back and forth. I didn't realize that this back and forth, in my opinion, is now a wrestling angle, and that Tom Brady, I think, is planning on wrestling in the WWE.
You already know.
So they were fighting, like arguing?
Well, I'm going to play you the audio.
There's no reason for them to be in any kind of argument.
I'm going to give you all the evidence. So Tom Brady is a part of a flag football game that's taking place in Saudi Arabia. He's accepting the blood money too. So all good. And so Logan Paul is participating in.
I bet he's making at least $5 million.
Okay. No, and there's a reason I say that.
Probably like 10.
It's not a political statement about Saudi Arabia, though maybe it is. It's more why this all makes sense. So Tom Brady is a part of a flag football game in Saudi Arabia, and so is Logan Paul.
Right.
So they were promoting it. And they were promoting it, if I'm not mistaken, on Logan Paul's podcast. And they had this exchange.
Good athlete, but you're like,
No.
These guys are another level.
I am the highest level. I am the level.
No, you're not the level.
I am the level.
You're a good athlete, but honestly, when I'm thinking of Saquon Barkley, and I'm thinking of like,
bro, can Saquon
Odell
Barkley
Beckham and Justin
a
Jefferson,
flip off the top rope?
Have you
a
not
180
seen him
moonsault
jump
off the top
over
rope
someone's
onto
head?
LA
It's
Knight?
cute. It's a great. I love WWE. It's very cute. But honestly, this is like real football. This is real competition.
I was an all-state linebacker. I rushed for 1,200 yards, 19 touchdowns my senior year.
Well, let's see what you can still bring it.
He called the WWE cute.
Right. Can I like stop for a second?
Sure.
The end of that quote, he's clearly just making stuff up.
Calling the WWE cute?
No, not Tom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jake.
Logan. Wait, which one is it?
Is it Jake or Logan?
Who's in the WWE? Is it Logan Paul?
Don't you know that?
I get them confused. I watch wrestling and I forget.
Paul. Now,
it's Logan Paul.
Can you go back to the very end of that? Because what I think I heard him say was, I was an all-state linebacker.
Oh, yeah, and then he said rushing yards.
I rushed for 1,200 yards and 19 touchdowns. Maybe I misheard it.
No, I think you're right.
But
play that again.
Well,
I was an all-state linebacker. I rushed for 1,200 yards, 19 touchdowns.
Dude, get out of here. Get the hell out of here. You didn't do jack.
Catch that. That's a good call, by the way. He's a fraud.
100%.
Totally with you.
This is work.
Well, you're helping me prove my point.
No doubt.
It's a work. Tom Brady calls the WWE cute. I heard this a few days ago.
Yeah.
I never brought it up because it was just like, whatever. Today,
if you were an all-state linebacker or an all-state running back and you rush for 1,200 yards, you don't confuse yourself for a linebacker.
No, here's the problem. If you've ever watched football, it doesn't even matter if you've rushed for it. You can't even come up with that mess up.
It's a bad mess
That
up.
bothers me, man.
It should. I didn't even pick up on that.
That's fundamental. That's being like, yeah, man, I had a 4.1 ERA and I hit 60 home runs.
Well, I mean, you can be showing
doesn't make any damn sense.
He doesn't know football.
Fair enough. Here's the next step to all this. The WWE released a video of a lot of their superstars responding to Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, he called WWE cute. What do you think about that?
I don't get annoyed. It just comes from a place of ignorance.
What's Tom Brady done? He's thrown a football across a field that was caught by Gronkowski.
What's wrong with cute? I'm cute, Tom.
Gronkowski deserves the credit. Belichick and his girlfriend deserves the credit. But Tom Brady,
I would love to see Tom Brady step in and see what it actually is and see how cute he thinks it is. As you know, it is tough.
For those who think it's cute and it's fluffy and it's all sweet and stuff, so you can come and try. You can lace up some boots and then let's watch you puke.
Let's watch you puke.
Oh, it's so cringe.
Yeah.
You can call it cringe. This is going down. Tom Brady's going to wrestle in the WWE. This is all leading.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
You
You're
agree
right
with
about
me?
No, you
already
definitely
know.
He is.
But clearly, all these wrestlers don't watch football.
Yeah, Belichick and his girlfriend.
Listen, this is.
I saw the pop headlines. I saw the current events of Bill Belichick. By the way,
Look, this is not to defend the WWE superstars or defend Tom or Logan Paul. But this is clearly leading to Tom Brady wrestling in the WWE.
Yeah.
I don't know how anyone could see it otherwise.
Yeah.
And when I first said it to Tiki, I teased it on the air as a career change, and he says, "What's he doing?" I said, "He's going to wrestle." He says, "No, he's not." I said, "At least listen to my evidence. I don't come here without, empty-handed." And you're convinced.
Of course.
Because it's obvious.
And it's going to be abysmally bad.
Oh, it's going to be awful.
We're losing the Cena thing now. Oh, is he going to win the Royal Rumble next year?
No, I don't think it's going to be that. I think they will lead towards a match.
It's like a walk-on roll.
Okay.
That's all. That's what it is.
And by the way, as proof that this is what the WWE does, I don't know if you guys are aware, but Logan Paul, same guy, made a comment on a red carpet about, hey, you going to watch the halftime show? And very abruptly said no about Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
His brother came out and tweeted ignorant things about Puerto Rico and Bad Bunny, to which his brother actually went out on social media and slapped him down.
Yeah, and said, Puerto Ricans are actually Americans.
You know what? Logan Paul admitted what happened?
What did he say?
He was working Bad Bunny for a match. That's why he said, no, I'm not excited for the halftime show. Bad Bunny's wrestled before. His brother comes out and says something stupid, and now Logan gets defensive about Bad Bunny, who he wants to work a match with, and says, shut up, bro.
Right.
So it's all the work.
Right.
They were going to work us into a Bad Bunny Logan Paul match, and now they're going to work us into Tom Brady wrestling?
Yeah.
And you're all going to be cool with that?
No, not at all. I can't imagine Tom Brady's going to be a good wrestler.
It's going to be terrible. Because
he's not a great athlete.
No.
Well, the other thing is, who's that for? Right? Like, if Tom Brady's getting worked into a match, the WWE fans are already there. Are casuals going to watch Tom Brady in a match?
Yeah,
you already know.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah, they will.
Did you watch?
You'll watch it just to see how bad it is.
Did you watch Lawrence Taylor wrestle in the main event of WrestleMania 11?
I'm the wrong person to ask. I still have never seen that match.
Are you serious?
Never in my life.
How old were you at WrestleMania 11? It was 1995. How old were you?
8 years old.
Maybe you were too young.
I didn't get into wrestling until I moved, so like
It's
97.
not even, forget the wrestling. It's the Giants.
Yeah.
It's Lawrence Taylor is maybe
it was also harder to consume.
What do you mean?
Like you had to get pay-per-view?
Oh, yeah, you had to get pay-per-view.
It wasn't just like, hey, I have a streaming service. Oh, it's going to be on the streaming service that I'm already signed up for. I'm just going to watch it.
But I am curious, like, for those that were older, did Giant fans say, oh, my God, Lawrence Taylor is wrestling at WrestleMania? I have to watch that.
Right.
I don't know. That was not like a well-received WrestleMania. But the reason they did it back then, and I remember that all going down, we all thought it was real, and it turned out to be a work, obviously, was to try to draw in casual audiences.
Yep.
So the answer to your question is they would draw in casual audiences if Tom Brady wrestled, and that would be a headline story.
Right.
No one's saying anything right now because you have to assume and pick up what's going on. So it's not a headline that Tom Brady is wrestling because I'm assuming it based on the clips I just played. If it ever got announced or he ever showed up on Raw and slapped Obafemi in the face and then Obafemi speared him or did whatever, like that would be that'd be bigger than the alien stuff.
Really? Okay.
Tom Brady wrestling?
I'm going
You
on the
already
record.
know.
I'm not watching it. I have no skin in that. I
But
just
forget
can't
about
twist it.
Yeah, but
watching
you
it.
won't even have to watch it because you'll hear about it. Like you'll see it, and the clips will come out, and social media is gonna be in your face about it simply because of your algorithm around sports and football in particular.
You're
So
probably right about that.
You're gonna see it. It's just a matter of whether you're gonna care, and the thing is, you will care even if you think it sucks. Like you're not gonna be indifferent. You're not gonna be like whatever. I don't. Indifference is worse.
No,
you're either gonna be like, oh, that was actually pretty damn good by Tom, or this sucked horribly. I got to crush him for it.
I mean, you're so right. For someone like me, of course I'm going to watch. Like, I watch wrestling anyway, and I hate Tom Brady. So if I watch it, I hate watch it.
Yeah.
Like, man, I hope he gets his ass kicked.
Right.
I hope he suffers a real injury. Not too serious, but like a real injury to see what it's like. I would totally consume it.
Mm-hmm.
But it does feel like it's going down. And for anyone who doesn't believe it and say, why? Why would Tom Brady do that? He's the greatest of all time. My follow-up would be, why is Tom Brady taking money from the Saudi Arabian government to play in a flag football game?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the same thing. Guys will do things for money. And I'm not going to judge him, even though it sounds like I am judging him. But you can do that. You have every right to do that. If you want to try to, what do they call it again? Sports washing. That's what it's called.
Right.
If you want to be involved in the sports washing of Saudi Arabia, you have every right to do it. I mean, that's your prerogative. But that's the sign of somebody that would also take money to wrestle in a WWE match.
Yep.
If anything, it just proves on why he would be willing to do it.
Yeah.
Let's go to Andrew in Queens. What's up, Andrew?
What's up, fellas? Hey, so I think it's a lot easier than we're making this out to be, honestly, with Brady and WrestleMania. Question: what team does Tom Brady have an ownership stake in?
The Las Vegas Raider. Oh.
Hey, so where is WrestleMania taking place this year, Evan?
Las Vegas, and ticket sales suck.
Are terrible. Therefore, here's my suggestion. It makes sense. It makes sense why this is all happening now. I mean, obviously the whole ESPN deal and sports, yada yada. But I think we have to get Eli Manning involved in this too somehow. I need like a Brady versus Manning. You know, they both manage someone.
Well,
for an event.
That's the other element to this. I do want to be fair because it jumps out at you as wrestling.
Right.
Donald Trump and Vince McMahon had a huge match at WrestleMania many years ago. They did not wrestle. They managed a wrestler. They had a wrestler in their corner, and it was billed as a hair versus hair match.
Right.
And so who wouldn't want to see that? Vince McMahon's hair versus Donald Trump's hair? But they actually didn't wrestle. And the only contact that the future president took is he took a Stone Cold Stunner from Stone Cold Steve Austin. So it could be that. Like, that is a very fair point that ticket sales suck for WrestleMania. I was just actually reading about that coincidentally 20 minutes ago. Didn't put the two and two together. He owns the Raiders. And he doesn't necessarily have to wrestle. He could be the manager of somebody, and then, yes, Eli Manning could be the manager of another wrestler. That is absolutely on the table, and almost likely at this point, especially when he mentions the Vegas connection. Literally just reading about how bad the ticket sales are. And it's like, how do we juice ticket sales? Oh, I have an idea. Tom Brady may wrestle. Let's go to Chris and Merrick. Hey, Chris.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for taking the call. First of all, I don't think that there's any chance Tom Brady is actually going to wrestle ever in the WWE or anywhere for that matter. I don't think he's built for it based on the abuse he's taken over his 20-plus years in the NFL. That being said, I think he kind of got miffed during the conversation that he remotely was compared to Logan Paul in terms of his high school statistics, which, to be fair, he may have played both ways in high school. I'm not discounting that, and why he mentioned both stats. But, you know, name me one NFL player who aspired to be a pro wrestler but settled for the NFL instead. There are tons of cases the other way around.
Oh, yeah.
So when it comes to competing, actually competing, and not getting told how something is going to end, it's a completely different story when it comes to athleticism. So,
well, a lot of guys played. Roman Reigns played football. The Rock played at the University of Miami. Ernie Ladd obviously played football. So a lot of guys have come from football to wrestling and actually had careers where you know them more as a wrestler than as a football player. But I think with Logan Paul, remember, Logan Paul didn't say, I'm a failed football player, I'm going to go wrestle. He became like what was he?
Yeah, he was an influencer.
Yeah, he's an influencer.
He was like an all-Ohio wrestler.
Yeah, and he utilized the social media platform to create a career.
Yeah, and he's actually he's a pretty good wrestler. But he was famous before he became a wrestler because he was this influencer on YouTube. He boxed a little bit.
Right, had this massive following.
Now, apparently, Tiki, you owe Logan Paul an apology.
Why is that?
Sean has dug up his college stats.
Yeah, he was right. He rushed for that many yards in high school senior year while also being named the Cleveland Plain Dealers top football linebacker in the state of Ohio in 2012.
Wow.
He was known as one of the best two-way players in the state of Ohio for senior year in 2012.
Wow.
Well, I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was that good.
But what happened? He did nothing with that because he was such a good wrestler. He was like the lead wrestler in Ohio.
So he took the wrestling and
made it a career after the influencer stuff. He was like Mr. Ohio wrestler.
But there was never like a failed football moment because usually if you're that good, you're going to want to try to play in the NFL.
I don't know, man. Wrestling is a different world, dude. It's like if you're a good wrestler and you usually do it since you're 5 or 6 years old. That's what you want to be. Football is great because maybe you're going to get paid, but your passion is wrestling.
I want to give you a project this weekend, Sean.
Here we go.
With your daughters.
Okay.
I think this is a daddy-daughter project.
All right, we have a couple games of Pretty Princess lined up, so what do you got?
I want you to watch Lawrence Taylor, main event WrestleMania 11.
Oh, that's easy peasy.
I mean, if you
Are we still on the Peacock library here?
No, I think they moved it to Netflix.
All right, I got that.
I think it is.
I think, what's so funny? Al Dukes was asking me this off air. He said, hey, where's the WWE library? Because he's a big old school wrestling fan.
Right.
And I said, well, they had their own network. Then they went to Peacock. Now they're supposedly on Netflix. But the library sucks. Like, it's not good. The other night I was looking for an old WrestleMania. I couldn't even find it.
Right.
So the best option I tell people is just go to YouTube. And it's probably there. But as a diehard Giant fan.
YouTube has everything.
Everything. As a diehard Giant fan who literally named his daughter after Lawrence Taylor, don't you think you owe it to her and yourself to at least see the man main event of WrestleMania?
No.
Well, why not?
Because I care about his football.
And you've already done that. I'm sure you've seen all the Lawrence Taylor highlights.
So why do I?
Because that's a part of his career.
Hold on now, though. I don't watch the Manning cast at all, and I love Eli Manning. That's not playing football.
That's different. That's completely
How is it different? That's his venture post-football.
Because there's a you liked
I
wrestling.
don't watch that Eli Manning show either.
Yeah, but Sean, there's a moment in life where you liked wrestling, where you will actually watch events.
Okay.
You wouldn't out of curiosity. You know Carl Banks is there, right? Are you aware of this?
No.
Carl Banks is ringside with Lawrence Taylor.
And I love Carl, but why do I care about that?
Why wouldn't you care about that?
Because it's not Carl Banks and Lawrence Taylor suiting up to play football again. It's wrestling.
Yeah, but you wouldn't find it interesting to see how the match went, if it was good, if it was entertaining?
How a pre-scripted match went? No.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't.
Tiki, have you seen the match?
I have, but not like intimately.
What do you mean you have, but like how'd you watch it?
Just because I just have seen it. And it's just
where?
Just on.
Don't you have to hunt it out to see it? It's not something that's just on TV at one
just
point.
See the highlights of it. And
you got to watch the match.
Yeah, do I care?
I think you should. I think both of you should watch the match.
Especially because when I was younger, I wasn't a Giant fan, so it didn't emotionally sit with me.
Yeah, but now you're a Giant legend.
I understand
I think you owe it
but
to
I don't
Carl
love wrestling.
Yeah. Okay, do you think diehard Cowboy fans put on every Pro-Am Tony Romo's in?
I think that's the difference. Is that I don't love wrestling like you do.
No, but it's
when
not.
I was a kid, yes. So if I was a Giant fan when I was a kid instead of a Redskin fan, I'm sure I would have consumed it like you consumed it.
I get that, but it's a one-time thing. Like, I'm not asking you to watch. Like, he didn't do it a million times. He did one match. And honestly, this time of year with so little sports going on, I would be ashamed of you if you guys don't watch it this weekend. I think everybody should watch it this weekend.
So many other things I'd rather do.
There are. Now, look, Evan, I will tell you this. If I have the time, I will absolutely watch. I'm not for the sake of you, but you're asking me, would I be interested? I'm not interested in Lawrence Taylor wrestling. I don't find that interesting at all.
Do you want my opinion on the match or not really?
You're going to give it to me anyway, so
no,
just
I'm not.
do it.
I swear to God.
You know what?
You say I don't care.
Give me the opinion.
No, if you don't want it, I won't give it.
I don't even know if I want it or not. I can't even give you a no. So just put it this way. I'm more interested in your opinion on the match than the match itself.
So sure, Evan, we'd love your opinion.
I think you're just, you're fondling me now. You're not really. I'm only giving it to you if you want to hear it.
Now I want to hear it.
He put together a really good match.
You're actually paying to watch this.
And I was there. I was at WrestleMania 11 in Hartford, Connecticut at the Harvard Civic Center. WrestleMania 11. I've only been to 2 WrestleManias. I was at that one, and I thought Lawrence Taylor and Bam 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 carried the match, the late Bam Bam Bigelow. I thought it was a really good match. A sneakily good wrestling encounter between a famous big man in Bam Bam Bigelow and the greatest defensive player to ever lace him up in NFL history. And I'd advise you to watch it.
I can't believe they made Lawrence Taylor go to Hartford, Connecticut.
What's wrong with that?
That's where WrestleMania was?
Yeah, that was a little...
What a time.
Yeah, it was not a glorious time in pro wrestling. But the funny thing is, the way they started the angle was Bam Bam Bigelow got pushed while he was in the stands at the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Like he was making fun of Bam Bam Bigelow's tag team partner. No, he was making fun of Bam Bam Bigelow for losing to a small guy.
Right.
And so LT was mocking him, and Bam Bam started jawing with him and then pushed him to the ground. And the broadcasters made it seem like, we're so sorry, this was not planned. Like they made allusions to the fact that it was real.
Yeah, but why would Lawrence be there?
Why not? It's just a wrestling event. And the next night...
In Hartford, Connecticut?
No, the Royal Rumble was somewhere else. I don't know where that was.
Oh, I got it.
Then the next night...
That was in Spionk.
Then the next night, Vince McMahon opened the show very serious by saying, we really want to apologize for what happened yesterday. And so I remember being on the school bus as a kid saying, oh, dude, that was real. 1,000% real.
Because of how they messaged it.
Because of the way they messaged it. And then finally, once LT appeared on Raw to set up a match with Bam Bam, and he ripped off his earpiece and was like, ugh. I was like, okay, I've been had.
Yeah, you've been worked.
I've been worked. Let's go to Rich in Massapequa. What's up, Rich?
Hey, Evan, Tiki, Sean, how you guys doing?
All's well. What's up, dude?
I'm calling in to apologize. I called in last week to talk about Daniel Jones's first game. And I didn't realize the psychological damage that's been inflicted upon me by the past decade of Giants football. So I took a positive day and went down this negative road, and I don't know how I got there. Tiki, you were there that day, I think. I think Rondé was put in the Ring of Honor, right? Down at Raymond James that day?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, you must have been shaking your head as I was talking, saying, I don't know what game this dude was watching. It was one of Daniel Jones's best games. Evan Ingram, of course, caught a sideline pass and ran for a bunch of yards for a touchdown. At the end of the game, DJ, the seas parted. He ran up the middle, scored a touchdown, put the Giants ahead. Looked like it was going to be a win right there. But, of course, our defense let us down. And just like this past year, Tampa was set up for a game-winning field goal. Luckily, unlike this past year, they missed the field goal. And to Evan's point, he was talking about New York fans taking over other places. The place was rocking with Giants fans. They were. When you leave Raymond James Stadium, you walk down this walkway, and it opens out onto the parking lot area, and the fans were screaming and yelling, and we owned Raymond James Stadium that day.
Yeah,
so
we got a lot of New Yorkers down there.
Yeah, whenever there's a New York, Florida sporting event, no matter the team, there's always that real chance that you're going to take over.
Right.
I think it's probably more so in Miami than Tampa, but nevertheless, there's so many New Yorkers that live down there that it just happens a lot.
I mean, Rays games are crowded with Yankee fans.
Yeah, that's probably...
Yeah, they just want to watch baseball, and it's kind of like, well, we'll go here anyways.
You know what the Yankee-Ray thing, though, is? A lot of it is that the Yankees have a home base down there.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know. It's just like they're home there. It's like they're second
you're talking
home.
about the Yankees-Rays games.
Yes.
I'm just talking about Rays games.
Oh, just Rays games.
Any Rays games.
There's probably Yankee fans that's in the stands.
Yeah, probably.
Because they just want to watch baseball.
Well, also, I think now...
They're retired, and they're like, whatever.
But nowadays, it's also so much easier. So if you're a kid growing up in Tampa, the Yankees train there. They're there for a big part of the year, for a month and a half. Aaron Judge is down there, and you can go see him for a reasonable price, right? And you can watch any game you want nowadays with the MLB app. So, like, growing up in Tampa Bay, and, oh, by the way, where the Rays play is just disgusting, and it's tough to get to. And, yeah, they're a good team. It's not even a knock on the team. But the Yankees, like, access to their ballpark, their minor league ballpark and their spring training site is easier.
Right.
And they're the Yankees. So even now, if you're a kid growing up in Tampa, you're almost like, why not root for the Yankees? They're like the second home team down there.
They are.
Why not? Let's go to Bill in Goshen. What's up, Bill?
Hey, guys. How are you today?
Good.
I'll get to my point very quickly about the NFL draft, but I just got to say 11/22/63.
Yeah, that's exactly
is my favorite. That's one of my favorite books of all time. It's the best audio book I've ever listened to.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And if I had to rank it, it's probably like 9.5 out of 10 on the audio scale.
Right.
But the show, I give maybe a 1. It's one of the worst adaptations I've ever seen in my life. I tell people, don't even bother.
Bill, you're absolutely right. So I read the book too, and I loved it. And then I saw the show. I was like, oh, this is going to be great.
Right.
I can't even get through it.
Wow.
I got through like 4 episodes, and I got annoyed by it.
I didn't think it was a great show. I didn't think it was a horrible show.
Yeah.
It was kind of in the middle, but...
Well, it's because you didn't read the book.
No, I was about to say, and his review makes me want to read the book.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times
amazing.
The books are
I
better.
couldn't put it down.
Yeah.
And you're so curious about how it's gonna unfold and what's gonna happen.
And trust me, this is related, even though it's
but
not going to
I'm a huge Stephen King fan, so that's just really what it is.
Do you ever see Field of Dreams?
Yes.
What'd you think? A good movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Love Field of Dreams. I'm a Field of Dreams guy. There seems to be very mixed opinions on it. I know Craig hates it. You seem in the middle on it. After watching the movie, I heard, it was a book. And I'm like, wow, okay, let me go read the book by W.P. Kinsella, which is the last name of the main character, Ray Kinsella.
Right.
And I read it, and it was so different and weird, I did not like it. But if I had read it before I watched it, I probably would have liked it.
Weird in what way?
It was different. I don't even remember the differences. I just remember early on with the voices. I was like, wait a second, that's not what happened.
Right.
There's just a lot of, and the same thing with Planet of the Apes. I've never read the original book, but it's based off a book.
I can't imagine the book of Planet of the Apes is better than the movie.
I won't read it for that reason because I'm afraid. I love Planet of the Apes. It's my favorite movie of all time, my favorite series of all time, number one on my list.
Yeah.
And so reading the book feels too risky, and I won't do it. I just can't do it.
Right.
I'm afraid.
I don't want her to ruin it for me. You know what I mean?
That's why I don't read at all. I'm with you.
Oh, stop.
Sean has his Cinco de Luncho coming up in a few minutes. We'll get back to your calls at 888-808-1019, the toll-free number. Plus, Adam Silver revealed some of the ideas on how to fix tanking, but it doesn't include the right idea. We'll get to all that coming up. Plus, it's Idiots with Idioms Day coming up at 1:30. We're live from the Town Fair Tire Studios, powered by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Kalshi. Trade on anything. The MMA fight is Saturday, and you can trade on it nationwide on Kalshi. Hernandez is trading at 70% to beat Strickland. That means a $100 trade on Strickland pays out $333 with a win. Download the Kalshi app and use code FAN to get $10 when you trade $100. Kalshi, trade on anything. And it is sponsored by Ray Katina, Mercedes-Benz of Edison.
Mercedes-Benz of Edison is more than a dealership. They're a luxury destination where exceptional vehicles meet exceptional people. It's why Cars.com named Mercedes-Benz of Edison the top Mercedes-Benz dealer in the U.S. for 2025. Discover yours at RayKatinaEdison.com.
We're getting ready for another season of Yankees and Mets baseball on WFAN.
Going on deep drive right field, hit hard, and is screaming out of here.
We've got all the bases covered with breaking news, analysis, and good old-fashioned New York sports talk on The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase Ink card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
With the Chase Ink Business Unlimited card, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With 45 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
Question: what business couldn't use extra income? Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious New York businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. With each package delivered, your business gets paid. Sign up at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
The President's Day sales event is happening now at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. With incredible lease offers on all new Jeep and Ram trucks, you'll see why more Americans are electing to get their vehicles from Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Home of exceptional people, exceptional deals.
The pros know nobody beats FW Web. With extensive inventory, personalized service, and a fleet of trucks across the Northeast, FW Web supports all customers, from one-van contractors to large facility operators. For planned projects, emergency jobs, or maintenance, FW Web has what you need, when and where you need it. For plumbing, heating, HVAC, refrigeration, propane gas, and PVF jobs. With over 100 locations, visit FWWeb.com to find one near you.
Build
your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. All your roles, fill them sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.